making it simpler and more affordable than ever before, so every child has the opportunity to shine. Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
Eustace Roofing, with over 65 years of experience in Central Florida, provides a VIP experience with an on-site crew lead, project manager, and expert team for every home. No wonder they won National Roofing Company of the Year. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of over 40 Greenway dealerships vying for your car when you trade it in at Greenway Kia. When dealerships compete, you win. We're offering as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book for your trade. Curious what your trade's worth? Check it out now at greenwaykias.com. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, with 3 area locations to serve you.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinanced.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Mom packed your lunches, carpooled like a champ, and never once left you at soccer practice. Pay her back with her favorite cocktails on demand. The Bartesian Cocktail Maker crafts premium drinks at the touch of a button. No mess, no measuring, just bar quality bliss in under 30 seconds. Skip the flowers, skip the robe. This year, give her something she actually wants.
That's the one.
Get $50 off now through Mother's Day at Bartesian.com/mom. That's BARTESIAN.com/mom.
It's the Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. 2 bets facing off. Winning side splits $250K in bonus bets every single day. Time to pick a side. Team underdogs or team favorites. Team over or team under. There's one way to settle this. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets. Pick a side for $1. Win your share of $250K or more today. Prize pool will be paid out in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The following heartwarming yet informative scene is brought to you by Trust and Will.
Son, your grandpa and I used to work on this car together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it.
Wow. Thanks, Dad.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes it easy. Designed by attorneys, but customized by you, you can easily create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. Now, let's let the engine do the talking, am I right? Start your will at trustandwill.com. Use offer code COUNT for 20% off and make it count. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. For details, see trustandwill.com.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from who wants a $5,000 bonus to a hairstylist cuts off a little girl's hair after a fight, and the woman trying to land a spot in the NFL, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
You can keep that $5,000.
And hello to you. You know what this is for.
Oh, yeah.
You can join us today with the dispatch. Send your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. Yeah, good. How are you? All right,
bit.
there we go. That's a good start to the show.
Is that a record?
That might be.
That might be the intro wasn't even done.
Can you check the clock? How far in are we before a dump button was hit? Is that
1.5 minutes?
1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. Write that down somewhere, folks. Just so you know. Folks. The word folks didn't come out of my mouth. And not only did the word folks not come out of my mouth, I just said the F word.
That's the second time.
That's my trip up right there. I'm going to have to work that out of my vocabulary, I think. Folks. I'm risking it here, just doing it that many times in a row.
Say, what's up, people?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
If you want to talk to the ladies listening to the show today that have children, you could call on the mother folks.
No, I don't think so. No, I think I'll tap the brakes right where I am. Okay, so welcome.
If there's
welcome
too many people in a crowded place, it would be like a cluster folks.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing any of these. Good
got it.
God. Somebody says he has no folks left to give. Today might be that day, yuckers. Today could be that day. C-Lane has already turned down the bonus that I offered in the intro. Whether you heard that or not is another question, but we'll find out what it's all about here momentarily. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And here we go. Oh, my God. A beautiful moment is unfurling in front of us.
What happened?
A proposal, everybody. Wow. There's a little itty-bitty problem with this marriage proposal.
What's the problem?
Real or not is another question. But
sure, as with anything like this.
If we take it as real, the woman who's being proposed to could not be less excited about what is happening here in front of her.
Now, does she know? Is this still, what I believe is the beginning of the video, she is completely turned around, seems to be talking to somebody.
Yeah, she's having a little chit-chat with her friend in the corner of this, I don't know, looks like a dock area on the water. And her soon-to-be husband is on one knee behind her, or hopefully soon-to-be husband. He is about to propose. She is paying zero attention as of right now. Here we go.
The talk center and do a whole thing. Do what thing? Do like a course.
She's not turning around.
Oh, okay.
Victoria's Faith Bronx.
Yeah.
Will you marry me?
I will.
Nope. I will. Anyways.
Can I get back to this really important conversation I was having?
Oh, are you saying? Okay, cool.
This is like a proposal answer in the medieval times, you know.
I shall.
It sounds like she's in on the stand testifying in court.
The thing is, it sounds like she wasn't legally authorized to say no to the proposal that she received. All right, well, whatever we got to do to get out of this, fine, I'll do it. The comment saying, this could have been an email. I seen more people excited for a colonoscopy. Use me as the cringe button. I've seen people more excited paying their taxes. It's just
Nobody on that dock is face.
Yeah.
Let's also look right in between them.
I don't know if this guy in the black shirt is her dad, and if he was just like, if he knew what was going on and was trying to be nonchalant about it. But it's not until she says, "I will," and there's like the lightest pitter patter of clapping that you see that there's one other person taking video of the other angle of this proposal.
I have, though. In my defense, I have looked like this during a proposal. I have looked like
this
the guy.
Is news to me. You proposed to
No, not me as the guy on the knee there, but me as the standing by guy.
Oh,
because there was a proposal at C Lane's house one time when I was there.
Yeah, but you were
I
more
wasn't
just
aware.
thrown off. You didn't know.
No, I didn't know halfway through what was happening. I didn't know anything was going on. And then Courtney elbowed me and said there's a proposal going on.
Yeah, it was the group pic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was next to our friend Thomas, and I believe if you go to the live version of that photo, both of us, it took about 3 pregnant seconds, and then we looked like proud parents. Despite not knowing the couple very well, we're like, oh my God, it's happening, marriage.
I just remember thinking in that moment, oh man, I really hope she says yes or the rest of the night's going to be awkward. Ruin the party here. And of course she said yes, all went as intended. But
and then Carl tried to fight her dog, which is, I believe, 50 times bigger than him.
Good luck with that. But that was a weird one, right?
Hey. Do a whole thing.
The idea that she doesn't turn around when he kind of taps her from behind.
That's the most disappointing part, I think.
Leave me alone.
Victoria's fake bra. Will you marry me?
I will.
I will.
All right. Okay, fine. I will. I'll do it if I have to. So congratulations to the happy couple. And,
is her name Steak Broth? I
couldn't get it.
Fake broad.
Fake broad.
I kind of thought the word fake was in there, which would have been the ultimate clue that this whole thing was staged. You never know anymore, right? All Day Yucker says, are they proposing on bird ass? Yes, yeah. Bird poo is good luck, says the Steppa-Pee. There was probably many pitter-patters of bird poop on the floor.
I think they're identifying that there definitely is one. BDMX Con says, you're right, Yuckers. That's a giant bird S.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. I let it go. Let me pull it back up. Hang on.
Go.
No, oh God, there is a lot too. Yeah.
Well,
it's like a bucket of bird poop all these people are standing on. And by the way, I refuse to go anywhere near bird poop, just for the record. Okay,
I like to avoid it as well. Down. Are we sure that's just not her spot on the stage that she needed to stand in order for this video to work?
It looks a bit more splattery than that, but who the hell knows in this day and age? There we go, off and running on a Thursday. That was a lot. That was a bird that was a week waited before.
That bird went to the super buffet.
That bird really didn't like these rednecks on the pier. And it was like, I will save up for a while, and then I will just get it all out at once. A lot to see, but there you go. Now, to the offer that Sealand has already declined. I can't believe it. He doesn't want $5,000.
I feel like I'm owed $5,000.
What's happening in this world that Sealand is turning down 5,000 smackaroonies, 5,000 moolah plates,
cheddar,
5,000 pieces of cheddar, 5,000. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could say
go towards college.
Oh my God, for little Jackson.
Or tech school if he wants to do something more focused.
If this is going towards Jackson's college, it's a real slippery slope.
All right. I would like to know what this is about.
Let's get Jackson on the
He's already got the
welding kit,
the plan.
Let's get him on the jet ski mechanic track.
Oh,
let's get him.
Not a bad idea.
Let's get him ahead of time. It's cheaper, I think.
I'm sure they have kids versions of that.
If Jackson says, I want to be a duck and also I want to go to Harvard, just run.
Wants to be a bubble.
I want to be a bubble and I want to go to Harvard. Run out of the house. $5,000 for you. What do you got to do? Well, if this goes through, all you got to do is have a baby. Just like that. $5,000 could be
listening.
yours. The White House is reportedly exploring giving women a baby bonus of $5,000 to encourage Americans to have more children.
Baby Bobo.
Policy experts and advocates of boosting the birth rate have been meeting with the White House. They're trying to figure out what to do, according to the New York Times. One idea is to give $5,000 in cash to every woman after they have given birth. I am here to tell you today, I don't care what side you're on politically, this is a horrible idea.
It's so terrible.
This is a horrible idea.
I'm not totally against it.
Have you been out in public recently and seen the single mom by herself with 11 teen kids running in every different direction, all bothering human beings because she can't keep track of them?
Yeah,
if that mom says every single one of these is $5,000,
then she can get a nanny.
You are in for hell. Why get a nanny?
Yeah.
What world are you living in?
If you get $5,000 for each kid, that can get you a nanny.
Number one, you ain't getting a nanny with $5,000. Number one. Number two,
times 11, Sean.
The person who has a baby for $5,000 is not the person who is getting a nanny at any point in time. It's somebody who's like, damn, no prospects in my life right now, but I can have a baby.
Yeah, you almost wonder, like, who does this, who we advertising to here?
I know who we're advertising to the person who will have as many babies as possible if you give them $5,000 for each one. I'll never forget it. When I was delivering water, there used to be one client that I delivered to, and it was so weird. This woman's house I would go to, she had 13 kids.
Oh, no wonder she had water delivered.
13 kids this woman had. And the water bottle was probably like the hamster bottle in the side of the cage for those kids.
Immediately thought of that. That must be the easiest way to water the children.
The kids were in every which corner of the room. The mom was always sitting on the couch just watching television or something, paying zero attention to these kids. I thought immediately this would be the worst house ever to grow up in. $5,000 for a kid is a bad idea. Dan says it's a single payout. If it was, first of all, you don't know that because they haven't proposed an actual thing yet. They're just floating the idea of a baby bonus for $5,000.
Well, but I assumed it was a single payout. Do some of these people think they're getting $5,000 a year?
No. They could get $5,000 a baby. I think he's arguing it's only for one baby. And people are saying, is this for a tax break? It would be the same thing either way, no matter how you handled it. But if you just said flat out, you get $5,000 for a baby, trust me, all of these people who have no business having babies will go, baby time, and they'll just start factory cranking out more of these kids. Mr. D. Vance says, $5,000 is a drop in the bucket when my local daycare wants $15,000 a year. The people who want the $5,000 and are willing to change their decisions based on that don't care. They don't care at all. That's just the way this kind of stuff is going to work, I think.
You can't even think about it, though, in terms of here's a third of my daycare expense, because once you get to thinking about daycare, that $5,000 has been spent.
Yeah. Babies are expensive. And that's why the people who have a ton of them tend to not have the money to take care of them. They've got all these government programs that they're part of.
Or a TLC show.
They make more and more money as they have more and more of these kids. There's only one parent around. It's a disaster. You know what you want to do? Here's what you want to do. Let me offer this up. Okay? 2 things. Number 1, if a couple stays married for 10 years, you give them $10,000. If a couple stays married for 20 years, you give them $20,000. On your 30th anniversary, $30,000 is yours. And you tell them for each child that you have, you get a multiplier bonus on this. And then you tell them, hey, if you're staying together, you're in a solid marriage, you're providing for your children, and you keep having more kids, then you get money. Not, hey, you could just have a baby and then here's a check for $5,000. That is craziness. Not a good idea.
Just call up the government agency that's handing out the checks.
Mm-hmm.
Call them, collect. We had a baby. It's a boy.
Send it over, please. Check. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is not the worst idea. Ardnos on chat says, I should get $5,000 for not having a baby. Probably.
Now we're talking.
Financially, it might make more sense. You just say, like, you're less of a drain in some way on the system, depending on where you're at financially. Because, as has been said here multiple times, kids are very, very expensive. Sealand can tell you this with all the confidence in the world right now.
Yep.
I remember when I was 18 years old, which was a couple of years ago now. When I was 18 years old, and the girl that I had been with for 3 months told me 2 things in a row. Hey, I'm pregnant, and I'm having the baby. Secondary quick follow. I couldn't get my sentence out before.
Be crazy if she told you the second thing first.
I was like, okay, all right, we're doing this. Had a very menial job at the time, interning at a radio station and doing some other things. And I remember as clear as day back then, to get formula, to get diapers, to get all the things required to keep a baby alive was expensive. And it obviously is not any cheaper now. It is not getting any cheaper at the moment. So let us know what you think. $5,000 baby bonus, yay or nay? Where you at on that one? We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some emails to get into. We got this story about a hairstylist. She's in the middle of a haircut, and the mom says, I'm not paying you for this. And the hairstylist goes absolutely ham. Absolute insanity unfolds. We'll see what you think about this. Plus, Trump just made a wild purchase for the White House. Do you like it? Do you hate it? We're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
Skull Mike. Skull Mike Squad, hello. Dortney trivia time. Anybody want Dortney trivia? Dortney trivia. Courtney, come here. Come here. Come here. How far away is this taking forever? I have a trivia question for you. Don't look. Are you cheating? Did you look?
Oh, no, I see that.
Can you see through this?
No, I can't.
How much does 6 ice cubes from Greenland cost? 6 ice cubes. You could buy.
Is it a joke?
No, it's not a joke. You could buy 6 ice cubes.
Why would I buy 6 ice cubes?
From Greenland. Because you could?
I wouldn't pay for that.
That's not the question. How much does 6 ice cubes from Greenland cost?
I don't want 6 ice cubes.
If you did want 6 ice cubes, and you were getting these like Greenland ice cubes, how much would they cost?
Are they sheep special?
They're in squares.
$24.
$24 for all 6 of them?
Yeah.
No, wrong.
How the fuck would I know what that is? What the answer to that is?
You got it wrong.
Okay, fine. What's the answer?
That means we don't eat tonight.
I'm gonna eat. You don't have to eat.
You're not eating. This one's for drinks tonight. Another guess. Not $24. How much is it?
How much is it gonna cost for drinks tonight?
6 ice cubes from Greenland.
Is this a joke?
It's not a joke! Does this strike you as a joke?
$34.
No, it's not $34. We're not drinking tonight.
I'm drinking tonight.
No, we're not.
I am too.
I just told you we're not.
I am too.
Now this is for breathing tonight.
Oh, breathing.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Uh-huh. You're right. You're wrong on both the other ones. How much is it?
$12.
$100.
That's stupid.
$100.
Okay, well that's stupid.
I'm getting some.
No, please don't.
Yeah, I'm buying them.
Sean,
I already bought them.
Okay, you know how much it's gonna cost to ship them?
It's already too late. I already bought them.
Then you.
What? What?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't say nothing though.
Mm-hmm.
What?
No.
Say it.
No.
You scared?
What am I scared of?
Not getting oxygen tonight?
That's not an option.
I bought 2 packs of them.
Shut the fuck up.
I did. Shut fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I didn't. Why would I buy ice cubes from Greenland? I wouldn't do that.
Stupid.
Of course it's stupid. We got ice cubes here. We got tons of them. I seen them.
You can't have them.
I'll tell you what.
What?
You can have air tonight.
No, of course I can have
That's
air.
it, though. Nothing else. The other things, I have to stick to the bet, okay? So
I'm getting sushi.
You're not getting sushi.
I am too.
Right now?
All right, now, when I go to Total Wine later.
Okay.
Do you want some?
No. Sushi?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that kind of sushi. I have to go. I have to do things, okay?
You're the one that screamed.
You're bothering me. I was doing something here and you said, let's do trivia.
That's what you said.
I don't remember it that way. I think you got it backwards.
Stupid.
Okay, I love you.
Piper just said something.
What'd she say?
Tell him. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of rude.
Yeah. She was a thumbs down.
All right, see you later. Hi, everybody. Hello, how are you? YouTube blocked at a mega chat once again. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's like a hockey fight. YouTube went to skate in to try to be part of mega chat at the start of the show, and mega chat said, yeah, and hit YouTube and stopped them. We'll see if YouTube starts coming in at some point during the show. God bless. Coming back now.
And the Florida Department of Transportation.
Tariffs and your money? Well, we just offered our thoughts on the most recent episode of the How to Money podcast.
Let's say you do live in a state that gives you a tax break on $529. That's great, but don't invest those dollars once you put them in.
We're all about investing in a 529 plan. Typically, right, you want that tax-advantaged money to grow. But as you get close to needing to spend the money, de-risking is crucial.
In uncertain financial times, How to Money is here to help. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search How to Money, and start listening today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
You never knew you had going through the most viral stories of the day. That's what we do here at a very basic level. We try to laugh at the news, and hopefully you'll laugh with us at some point today. Learn more about the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I remember when I was little, same haircut place every single time. When I was little, my mom would go, all right, get in the minivan. Here we go, Sean. We're going to the same place. I think I've talked about the place where I got my haircut as a kid before. And it had a super embarrassing name, but you guys don't listen to me, so you won't remember.
It's right there.
Putting on the Ritz.
Yep.
That's right. Putting on the Ritz. I have no idea why, but that was the name of the hair salon where my parents would take me.
Like, where are the seats, like Rockets or something?
No. It was an adult place, actually. Like, my mom took me to the place that she went to, and
that's how I
go there.
Got haircuts.
And C-Lane, by the way, still goes to the same lady to get his haircut that he had since you were how old? 10 or something?
It's not the same lady, but they were from the same place. I moved one chair over.
One chair
big
over.
boy chair.
After all these years. And Sabrina has a Flowbee. She does her hair at home by herself and has mastered it over the years.
And by that, I've been wearing a wig for years.
Yeah.
I messed up one time. And that was it for me.
Just too much? Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about wearing a wig? Have you ever thought about that?
What are you saying?
I say that women can wear wigs and it's not weird. Women can wear wigs.
If I wore a wig.
I don't know if it would. Would it, C-Lane, if you popped in and she had like a different wig on in there?
You guys
in her
not
studio?
remember? Well, I guess C-Lane didn't, but not remember my New Year's party? The theme was wigs.
Yeah,
I
but
went
there was
through
not
quite a few of them.
I think that's a great point on my side here. That's not weird. It's not a weird thing for you to do that. That's kind of weird.
The bald cap was weird. It looked.
If you were
really
straight bald in the studio, I don't know how I would take that. It would seem.
I would take it as advertising opportunity.
To get a wig company on board, or
no, just put your logo on.
There you go.
My bald head for a small price.
It's a rite of passage, though, isn't it? When you're a little kid, you go to get your hair cut, and there are places like Sabrina mentioned. She said, like the rocket chair thing. There are places like that specifically cater to kids, and then different places that are just more general spots. And in Louisiana, a story is going viral today on all of the social medias, and it makes sense that it's going viral when you hear the details.
Facebook,
which you'll hear in a second.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
But in Louisiana, a hairstylist has been fired. Why? Well, she was cutting an 11-year-old's hair. There was an 11-year-old child. She was cutting her hair. And as the 11-year-old was sitting on the chair in her salon, I guess some news came across that she wasn't happy with. Here are the details. A Louisiana hairstylist was fired after cutting an 11-year-old's braids when her mother refused to pay a $25 late fee at the place they were at, called Draft Picks Barber Shop. That is the name of the location. The incident escalated into a fight, resulting in the pregnant mother sustaining a cut. What is happening here? What a catastrophe. Probably. I don't know if it was from the scissors, but here's the footage from inside this hair salon. And you got this young girl. She's got braids, and the woman is doing her braids. And you can see that there's some sort of fight going on. And she takes the shears and takes the girl's very long hair. She's got it in her hands. Mom tries to take the hair away from her. Okay, that's why she got cut, because she's cutting the girl's hair off as the mom is trying to hold it with her hands and stop her, because they disagreed over
all the
late
while
fee.
Just pulling the hell out of this 11-year-old's hair.
Yeah, the mom is pulling her own daughter's hair now because she's pulling her away from the woman with the scissors who is trying to cut her hair off.
This is chaotic.
All for a $25 late fee. All of this was because of a $25 late fee. And now there's going to be obviously some hell to pay over this.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing a crime here, if you ask me. But
assault with deadly weapon?
Yeah, I mean, scissors are a deadly weapon, right? I would
According
have to
to
think
some movies, yeah.
Yeah,
In
you
the
could do
throat.
some damage. They said she arrives at 5:10 p.m., and according to the stylist, she has a 10-minute grace period. She says she charges a $25 late penalty after 10 minutes, and the girl was late. The girl and her mother were late, so she wanted the $25 late fee. The mom said, no, I'm not paying that. That's not how it works in Baton Rouge. And she says, yes, you are. And then she starts cutting off the young girl's hair. Now, let me tell you something. Of all the things you could say about a situation like this, you could say being late is bad. Charging late fees for people wasting your time is fine. Those are fine things to say, I think. But of all the things you could say, including the mom was wrong, because I'd probably agree with that here, the little girl didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
She's 11 years old. If you want to go after the mom, if you want to yell at the mom, if you want to tell the mom, I'm never serving you in here again, if you, whatever. The 11-year-old girl, though, why is she your target in all of this?
Yeah, and on top of it, it's going to have a long-lasting effect on the 11-year-old girl. Watch, she never wants to go get a haircut again after
I
what
wouldn't
happened.
blame her. Yeah. Remember the time that this happened? Remember the time you got attacked by the woman with scissors,
And
please?
remember, you couldn't do anything with your hands because you had that giant cape on you that chokes you out in the neck.
Yeah, you're stuck in the seat there. Feral Kitten on Twitch says, salons definitely have cancellation and late fees. They vary from stylist to stylist. Totally fine with that. Totally makes sense. I get it. I get that is a thing that you would want to do in that position. But I don't think you should ever take anything out on a child. When a parent is to blame, you don't take it out on the kid. So if something happens with C-Lane, I'm not going to take it out on Jackson. He's only a little kid. He's like a year and a half old. And I wouldn't be like, C-Lane ruined the podcast. Punt Jackson.
Oh.
No, it's terrible to do that. You can't do that. And that's what this woman did. So therefore, I think she deserves to be charged. I think that's an attack. I think she deserves to be charged. And I think she should go to jail for at least a little bit. What do you think? Let us know. Send us what we call a dispatch. You can send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. But I guess that's life at Draft Picks Barbershop in Baton Rouge.
Fun.
Over to the email. And Michelle from Lake Worth, Florida, emails the show. Hi, gang / sweethearts. She says, I'm a Southern girl. I can say it. All right. I use sugar when I call people that I care for. So, hey, sugars. Oh, multiple sugar? I've never heard that before. Anyhow, hope your Thursday is going great. I'm a podcaster, just catching the Wednesday show right now. So worried about the Fritzy news, but hoping it's good. Well, about that. Hopefully it'll end up good. That's the real twist there. Regarding food dyes, she says, does anybody remember when we didn't have red dyes in M&Ms? When I was young, I'm 49 years old now, we had 2 shades of brown M&Ms, one dark brown and one tan. Fast forward to today, I have an angry kidney. My awesome doctor told me no more red liquids, no more brown cola liquids or tea. My filter doesn't want to filter, but I can have Mountain Dew, strangely enough. Citric acid is good for my kidney. I don't mind a clear Mountain Dew. We won't talk about the sugar. Have an amazing day, says Michelle. I think there's some people, just honest to God here, I think there's some people that are against getting rid of the red dye thing solely because it's RFK Jr. and the Trump administration. I think they're like, I don't want to agree with anything here, so I don't want to agree with this. I find it hard to disagree with getting this kind of stuff out of our foods. It's like
logical. Look at the reasons behind it. All the other stuff you can put aside. Is nuance the right word?
I guess so.
When it comes to red dye, there is no benefits besides, I guess, really cute looking food.
Yeah.
But besides that,
we eat with our eyes, guys.
Yeah, but we don't need to see that rich of colors in our cereal, do we? It seems like we went so far into marketing that we said, screw it. Let's just throw all this extra stuff in there on top of the food. So I don't care who's the president. I don't care who's in charge of HHS. I don't care who is in charge of the FDA. That seems like a positive move to me. And it won't even change the flavors of anything, for God's sake. So what are you complaining about? Anyways, I agree. Thank you for the email. Excuse me. We can hear from you
You
on
still
the
buy
show.
food coloring, right?
Food coloring? No, I'm not putting food coloring on anything. No.
Yeah, but that probably still has stuff in it.
I'm not. You use food coloring. I know you did. You have in the last week used food coloring. Right. Mm-hmm. And I have to tell you, your Easter eggs looked glorious. They looked beautiful. But I don't
poisoned everybody, but cute.
I don't eat colored stuff.
Wow, buddy.
I'm
Watch
sorry.
your mouth, man.
I don't do it. Yeah, I went to a place not even that long ago. They put in front of me a thing of dyed chips, like red and blue dyed chips.
America Cafe, baby.
What the hell is that? I don't want dyed chips in front of me. Give me my tortilla chip.
Are you talking about like you're talking about a Mexican restaurant?
A blue tortilla?
Yeah.
I don't think those are dyed. Those are colored tortilla chips.
The black ones can be, and some of the other ones could be, but not the red ones.
I think they have red corn.
There's and blue corn as well.
The red tortilla chips are dyed. I bet
Goog.
$5 on it. All right, hang on. Let me ask T&J.
I don't think all of them are red corn. Some of them got to be dyed, but I think you'd be able to tell which ones were dyed.
At the average place that I go to, if they put red nacho chips in front of me, they're dyed, right? They've got to be dyed. It's
the
like
last
some company.
time I had
talking
chips
AI?
that were of a color, they were likely dyed because they were red and green, and I don't know that there's green corn. That was Christmas
some
chips.
Red tortilla chips are dyed, while some brands like those using red beet powder use natural coloring.
No. That sounds disappointing. Are you planning to get a new bag or try?
TNJ, I thought I said.
Our red tortilla chips died, as in Es Muerte, passed away.
It says, oh, no, that sounds disappointing. No, I didn't mean that kind. What did it say? What were we reading, Sabrina? I'm sorry.
Some of them are dyed, and some companies use like the artificial colors, but mostly red beet powder. And that has something to do with beet, just juice
Yeah, beet.
concentrate.
Yeah,
and
you
then
can
blue
naturally-
ones I thought were from like blue corn.
agave, or you can do it. You can use natural things to dye stuff, which I'm fine with. But unnatural dyes on things, I don't want that. I don't want to dye my egg. I don't want to do those things, even though you can't really taste it or anything. Even though Sea Lane's eggs for Easter, as I said, looked beautiful. They were gloriously plated. I don't like changing the color of things for some reason. Maybe I'm the weirdo. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Trump's purchases for the White House. We didn't get into that. Maybe we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the purchases for the White House. They have some people talking today. We'll see what you think about this. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. We say words, you listen. You can call and say words too. It's really just that easy. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Thursday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we're going to see another hot and dry day. Temperatures will be a couple degrees lower than what we felt and what we saw yesterday afternoon. So plan for a high of around 87 today in Orlando. A good mix of sunshine and clouds will continue. Tomorrow, more of the same, highs approaching the upper 80s. We'll be soaring well into the low 90s, potentially approaching the mid 90s by the second half of the weekend. Next round of rain arrives Monday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to make quality, custom-made blinds affordable to everyone. Traditional window covering retailers are expensive. Our prices are low, and our blinds are guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has office.
Go, Mike Squad. I thought you were leaving. What's she doing? You lost her?
She was tucked under the sheets.
Oh, she's tired?
Hey, Dad.
Is she limping a little bit?
No, she was tired. We'll get a cheese ball.
No, we're not giving her a cheese ball anymore.
Say they like it when she goes in there. Let her go in there. Go in there.
Come on. Doggy. All right, lady dog. Oh, you went right to the cheese ball. I'll tell you what. This is going to be brutal. Mr. Predicto will determine whether or not she gets a cheese ball.
She gets one. Right?
No. If Mr. Predicto says no, I'm putting it back.
Not happening.
Yeah, huh? If Mr. Predicto says no, lady gets no cheese ball. If Mr. Predicto says yes, you get a cheese ball, okay? Agreed?
No.
Okay. Should lady get a cheese ball?
It is a certainty.
Damn it. All right, fine. Ready?
Aww.
You want this one? This one? Hold on. Wait 1 second. Hang on. Okay. Let's put on a good show. Ready? Sit. Lay down. Back up. Spin. Spin. Lay down. Up. Cheese ball. Oh no. I dropped it.
Oh, they're getting a little stale, lady.
She doesn't care. Crunchier the better. How is that? Is that good? Is that good? There's no more up there, I promise. Okay, see you later, alligator.
Come on, sweetheart.
Bye. Bye. See you later. You should slow walk in. Okay, see you later. Bye. Unbelievable. Okay, folks, how are we today? Still no YouTube. Oh, the cheese puff has orange dye. Probably true. Courtney, does the cheese puff have orange dye? Probably, huh? Probably. Cheddar cheese is orange, but is there actual cheese in there making it orange? Lady, give me that back. Give me that cheese ball back. Give me the cheese ball back. I blame Twitch. Twitch is superior. Twitch is superior today, at least. At least for today. I don't know why this happens with Mega Chat. It just does. And the poor folks in the Twitch minds just have to work a little bit harder until those YouTube comments come through. It's really holding us back. All day, every day. All right, folks, less than 2 minutes, and we're coming back. Excuse me. Excuse me. Bootsy says, we yearn for the Twitch mines. Like young babes in the mines with the axes. Slowly chipping away. Each comment is a successful strike against the enemy mines. I miss ass? After show streams. I don't know. I might do those every once in a while. Right now, I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to go, hey, let's create 4 hours of content and let me repurpose that content as best I can in all the other platforms. But who knows? I do know this, though. We're coming back, so stay put.
Diamond experts took the stress away by teaching Daniel all the inside secrets of the diamond industry.
You just don't get the same kind of quality and attention from the other stores that you get here. It's a very friendly environment, and they know their stuff, so other places seem to be cookie cutter.
Daniel ended up with a stunning engagement ring that came in under budget, thanks to IDC's no middleman direct importer pricing plus his military discount.
The value was extraordinary.
International Diamond Center with the best selection, highest quality, superior value, and over-the-top customer care.
It's literally the best store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here.
International Diamond Center. The value you want, the selection you need, the service you deserve. Get directions, showroom hours, and more at shopidc.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
Even you are welcome in these parts. We appreciate you. And if you miss any of the show today, don't forget, you can always get the podcast for free. It's available at thenewsjunkie.com. Everybody knows Pete Davidson, right? From SNL. You know who he is. He's a movie actor. He does all kinds of stuff.
Butthole eyes.
He's that guy. Yeah, that is one thing that people do say about him, Sabrina. Pete Davidson, though, is also known for having as many tattoos as he does. Mm-hmm. And currently, for various reasons, probably due to the fact that you have to get those cleared whenever you do a movie or a television appearance, every single time all your tattoos have to get cleared which is crazy town, but
cleared by,
that's
what do you mean cleared?
That's how it works. You have to get artwork from your tattoos cleared by the broadcast folks, like at CBS. If you're on Big Brother, they have to clear the artwork for air. Otherwise, you have to go with it covered. You have to like cover up a whole sleeve if you have it. Anything copyrighted, and anything copyrighted, or anything that you don't own the rights to, or anything inappropriate. But that's one thing that must be annoying. If you do a movie and they go,
I thought they didn't have to do that.
They do. They absolutely do. Or at least they protect against it because they're worried about the legal implications of that. Because this has happened many, many times before. You remember, obviously, we talk every time we do this about the Hangover issue with the Hangover movie series and the Mike Tyson tattoo that was on the guy's face. But if it's sort of if it's any brand or copyrighted thing, that becomes an issue if you're on television.
I could see that. They do that with the stuff they're drinking. Sometimes they blur it out. Sometimes it's very clear that Coca-Cola is a sponsor. Right. And other times it's just a piece of tape because they don't have time for it.
And it kind of is like this weird limbo whether they want to do it or not, because we've talked about recently White Lotus having a character who was not the greatest of characters, who was very upfront about what college he went to. Duke was on all of his clothing as he was doing a lot of very bad things.
I mean, Duke was loving it for the first 2 episodes.
Until that guy wasn't great anymore and things changed. Pete Davidson says he is only about 30% done with his tattoo removal so far. Okay? And he says that each session can take up to 6 weeks to recover, and that you need 10 to 12 sessions per tattoo. And he's absolutely right about that, I'll tell you this. And I know people are calling him a liar for this story. I can tell you from experience he's not lying. He's saying he's only 30% done with his tattoo removal, and he's already spent $200,000.
Damn!
So
that is
far.
A lot. He had a lot of tattoos.
He had a lot of tattoos, number one, and he's right. That's how much it costs.
There's multiple sessions.
It's a lot. It takes, as he said, 10 to 12 sessions to get rid of a tattoo. Just faded away enough so you're happy with it.
If you have the amount of tattoos that Pete Davidson has, and you're only 30% in, and you spent $200,000, which means it's going to be well over $500,000, maybe $700,000 to get the whole thing done, right?
Yeah.
How much does a tattoo removal machine cost?
I think they're like $1 million or something. But that's a good ask. Google it and see what we can find. What does a tattoo removal machine cost? Because I can tell you, I'm in the middle of doing this right now. And it's an expensive endeavor. I'm getting a tattoo on my back removed.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. If a tattoo is on my pain scale about a 4.
Like getting the tattoo.
Getting a tattoo. And I've had them in all sorts of spots. One of the worst ones I've got, I would probably put at a 4, 5 maybe on the pain scale. And then over long periods of time, it becomes more difficult to endure, and it goes up a little higher.
The cost of a laser tattoo removal machine, based on a very quick search, entry-level machines can start at around $10,000. High-end professional grades can range from $30,000 to $100,000 or more.
Well, let's get one right now. What the hell are we waiting for?
I'm in. Well,
these things,
you need training.
He's paying for one of them himself. Pete Davidson himself is paying for one of these things, basically.
He's going to go in for some of his last sessions, and they have all new machinery.
Thanks, Pete.
Brand new office. Everything's upgraded. It is that expensive. I am going to have to do probably 10 to 12 sessions on my back. And it is going to cost me, in the end, $5,000 for one tattoo. That's just how much it costs. And
how much did the tattoo cost?
About $100. You want to see how it's coming along so far after 2 sessions? You want to see? I'll tell you what. If somebody on YouTube in Mega Chat right now says, show me, I will show them how the progress is going on this tattoo right now in the stream. You've got 30 seconds, YouTube. If somebody on YouTube in Mega Chat says, show me, then I'll show you. Otherwise, sorry, it's not going to happen. But he says, it is absolutely brutal, and I will tell you, it is indeed brutal. He says the healing process is lengthy and annoying, and he's already out $200,000 with only 30% of the tattoos gone at this point in time, and he doesn't want them any longer.
So, point of sharing a story like this, is it to feel bad for him? Or is he trying to warn people not to get tattoos that you might regret one day? Or is he promoting the massive amount of work he needs to do to make up for the cost?
You know what I look at this lens through? I look at the lens through to go back to White Lotus, the girl with the teeth on White Lotus. And I said, when I saw like a couple interviews, I go, why is this woman constant victim narrative, constantly complaining about her teeth and, oh, everybody's making fun of her and stuff. And then I realized it's the people asking the questions. So the reporter sits there and goes, hey, Pete Davidson, you're getting your tattoos removed. And then he answers the question. And then they make that the story. I think that, honestly, I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it goes.
Come on.
Nobody on YouTube came through. Sorry.
The whole YouTube
8,
chat says, show
7,
me.
6, 5. Just show it.
No, I would if Mega Chat had one single YouTube person.
YouTube's not showing up in the Mega Chat today. That's the whole point of this.
Got him.
So far, not so good for them. Maybe it'll pop through eventually with all those people posting on YouTube that we just can't see right now. What
would you have done if the chat window just refreshed and YouTube was there?
I would have showed it.
Wow.
Too late. I was banned for a joke on Twitch. Says Sean had to remove the tat because he doesn't want his doctor to stare at it when he's getting his prostate checked. No, I don't care about that. You want honesty? I want the tattoo removed because the people on the radio show I'm on have bullied me about it for 12 years.
Well, don't let bullies get to you, bud.
After years and years of crying,
Sticks and stones,
I decided that to get around this and get away from their jokes, I will get it removed.
So you just think that the tattoo will be gone and magically the jokes will go with it?
That's one way to look at it. We do have best of, though. So just keep replaying that.
No, that's not why I did it. Honestly, I always, in my head, I'm like, oh, I'd like to go to a water park this weekend. I'd like to go to a water park, but I never go because I don't want to take my shirt off around a giant crowd of people.
Why don't you just get a water shirt?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the water shirt guy either. I've put myself in a very tough position.
That do the whole wetsuit, like turtleneck style.
I want to be comfortable with my shirt off, and it's not because I'm like a mess with my shirt off. It's just because I don't want to have that tattoo anymore.
You could go to, I think at Discovery Cove, they could still give you like the full body wetsuit.
Right before you kiss the dolphin.
I don't even know if I want that. What do you think, folks? Would you do this, or would you just stick with the tattoo and avoid the pain and the cost like Pete Davidson is going through? Let us know. Send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Okay, lots to touch on today. Believe it or not, I can't believe that this keeps coming into play, but Roblox is popping into the show once more. So we'll talk about what's happening with that and a big freak out. And an insane story about a very, very famous person. Did they do something wrong, though? We'll decide together. Right now, let's go to you. By the way, before we go to the dispatches, Mo texted me. I think I could share this with you.
Nice guy. Whoa.
Mo, justcallmo.com.
Sorry. You can leave now, 8th grade boy going through puberty.
It's a new intern. Mo said, strangely enough, Mo's Southwest Grill stopped using the purple and red chips because of the dye, and they wanted to make them more natural. We were talking about how RFK Jr. is working to get and the FDA was working to get the dye out of all of our foods, so we don't have to eat this stuff that just makes the food and the cereal and all that stuff a little more colorful.
I would have guessed it was because back when they had the dyed chips, the red ones always got stale real quick.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was related, but here's Man Kicking.
It's red dye today. He'll probably get rid of corn syrup next.
You think so?
Most of the other countries have gotten rid of the corn syrup. Your body doesn't know what to do with corn syrup when it comes into your body.
Mm-hmm.
It just turns it into fat. And most of the products in America have corn syrup.
That's true. If you look at a lot of stuff in your pantry, you're going to see those two words over and over again. Corn syrup, corn syrup, corn syrup. You'll see it in a lot of things. But I don't know. I wonder sometimes, is it a boogeyman? Is it like a boogeyman to blame all the fat Americans and say, look, it's just because of the corn syrup stuff you ate? I really feel at the end of the day, like I think we'd be better off with less of these additives and bad things and maybe even corn syrup. But I really feel like the biggest thing, dyes and all that aside, is Americans need to get more exercise. They need to go outside more. They need to get more exercise, myself included. We need to be more active out there. And I think that would do more than any of this, but I'm not against it. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we come back, a national burger chain is closing 100 stores. This could impact you. Which one is it? We're going to find out together, along with that story about the celebrity who maybe did something wrong. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. They are an amazing company, a family-owned and operated company. You should want that. You don't want these big, giant corporations, these behemoths, taking all your money. They're a locally owned and operated company as well, and you should look for that as well. But the best thing is they're just amazing. They do a great job, and they don't rip you off like so many other HVAC companies do. Mills Air is fair. How about that? The 4 most important letters in a row, F-A-I-R. They're fair when it comes to treating you the right way and not ripping you off. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer. That means they can get you huge rebates if you get a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the number, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
The Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah! Let's go, Mike. Oh, I'm so dehydrated today. Ah, here we go. So good. Everybody on planet Earth is searching for the best drink in the world when it's H2O. The most mild take ever. It's better than everything. Ice cold water. Ice cold water is better than any fruit juice. It's better than any alcoholic concoction. It's better than any soda. It's better than any coffee. It's better than anything. It's the only thing that your body is literally designed to take in and process. When you are really, 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 really thirsty, there is nothing better. What's that? Corn syrup? Drink some of it.
No, look how thick it is.
What will happen to you if you drink the whole thing?
I wouldn't do that. That's a lot of calories.
No, it says 0 grams of high fructose corn syrup, though. It's just like corn syrup. It's not high fructose.
Well, no, I think the color is like corn syrup. I think there's like molasses color.
Molasses? It's only 120 calories.
For 2 tablespoons.
So do 2 tablespoons.
You do 2 tablespoons.
No way,
And
Jose.
check taco.
No. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. What do you want from me?
Nothing, I'm good.
Where are you going?
For a run walk.
A run walk?
Or a walk run, I don't know. I haven't determined yet.
Okay. Well, just enjoy the world.
Man.
Okay. Be safe, please.
Okay. I haven't seen the baby swans in a while.
Oh, well, let me know if you see the baby swans.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go.
No, I don't want that. Don't put that in here. I don't want it. Take it out of here. 2 minutes, everybody. All right. How are you? Still no YouTube. Sean's discovery of water will give him everything he needs except for vitamin D. Vitamin D is great. All these other vitamins, sure, you need them. But nothing is better than ice cold water. If I ran a mile and came back to a table with every beverage on planet Earth in front of me, and one of them was ice cold, unbelievably cold. Like, what's that place? Oh, Macaroni Grill. Macaroni Grill has the coldest water in town. Macaroni Grill cold water. I'll take it every day. I'll take it every time. It's just better. It doesn't have any weird colors in it. Not dyeing you. It's just better in every way. And that's why I like it. And you can disagree. But if you do, you're wrong. Hang tight. Coming back.
Products kill and prevent weeds for up to 4 months. This stuff rocks. This stuff works. When used as directed, always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Want a big green egg? For the lowest price anywhere, go to Wassy's Meat Market. They'll deliver and set up your big green egg so that you'll be cooking before they leave. Follow Wassy's Meat Market on Instagram or go to the website, wassysmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
And I honestly want to see what you would have done in this circumstance that led to this story going viral today. Join us on the show with your dispatches. And when you hear the story, give us your thoughts and tell us what you think. But when I saw this, people were calling the celebrity in question a coward. They were calling this guy a coward for what he did.
Why?
And I felt a little bad considering the circumstances he's going through right now. But I said, boy, maybe he is. This is a guy who's a famous soccer player. He's on the Ecuadorian soccer team. And his name is Jackson Rodriguez. He's a fullback for Ecuador's CS Elimelec is the name of the team. I might be saying that wrong, but you get it. And Jackson Rodriguez is sort of a high-profile figure in this town. And he hears a noise. Imagine this is you. And you hear a noise at 3 a.m. in the morning, because that's what happened for this Jackson Rodriguez. The noise was, he thought somebody breaking into his house. And he has children. He's got his wife with him inside this house. And they're all kind of reacting. And when the people busted in, they started looking for him all over the house, and they didn't find him because he hid under the bed. He hid under the bed. Now, the people who broke into this Ecuadorian soccer star's house, they found his wife, and they found his 5-year-old son, and they took both of them.
While Papa hid?
While he hid under the bed and saved himself, essentially, but now he's got to deal with trying to get back his wife and his young son. And people who were seeing this story was like, what kind of father hides under the bed as something like this is happening? What kind of husband hides under the bed as somebody breaks into your house and is going room by room and is kidnapping your loved ones? So I ask you that question. What would you have done in these circumstances?
As the father or wife whose husband
as the father, because the core question is really, was what he did a cowardly thing? Was that a cowardly thing to do, to hide under the bed and your family gets kidnapped? Or is it every person for themselves?
Isn't there a movie that was just made? I saw the trailer. I don't know if maybe it was Will Ferrell, but
that was like this?
It was an avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
And the family were all sitting outside and they can tell something's going on. And all of a sudden, it's avalanche time.
Yeah.
And the mother hovers over the children and husband darts, comes
Just
back
hauls
out
ass.
and says, "Are you guys okay?" And she said, "Where the F were you? You just left us for dead." And in that moment, I believe.
Oh, I totally missed this movie. It was from 2020 called Downhill.
And isn't it I thought it was based on a true story, something like that. Either way, the whole premise, and I believe very similar to this story, is people assume that the father figure, parental figure, is supposed to protect the children.
Well, that they don't sometimes.
They leave.
They don't. They leave.
Full back, more like full wuss.
Let me tell you something. In the avalanche case in particular, one word: divorce. Divorce. If you abandon your family in that moment, it seems like a bad thing. It seems like, as people are saying on chat right now, a cowardly thing. Or is it just like, hey, they thought they were coming after him, so he was hiding and he did what he had to do, and now he'll try to get his wife and his 5-year-old son back. Here are the details. This is from Newser. The wife and 5-year-old son of Ecuadorian soccer player Jackson Rodriguez were kidnapped early Wednesday after assailants used a sledgehammer to break down their door. The fullback for Ecuador's CS Elamec reportedly told police he hid under his bed in the capital of Guayas province when he heard the assailants around 3 a.m. per ESPN. The suspects reportedly asked about the 26-year-old's whereabouts before abducting his son and wife and fleeing in a gray pickup truck. Ecuador has been under a declaration of internal armed conflict for more than a year. 10 days ago, the government declared a state of emergency in 9 areas, including the area where this happened, and attempted kidnappings have become increasingly common, with ransoms demanded in some of these cases. So he thought that he was going to be kidnapped, and he hid under the bed, and then his wife and son got kidnapped. Is it your job as the parental figure, as the father, to get your ass out from under the bed and defend your family?
I think your kids, at least.
Like, is it also, could he say, hey, this was a whole gang of people. What am I supposed to do? Am I Rambo? Can't fight all of these people off.
So leave your kids and wife to fight themselves?
And
help
maybe
them hide. Obviously, you found a great hiding spot, bro.
He did. The under the bed worked like a champion for him.
I don't even think that'd be an option for me.
That's not true. You have a taller bed.
Yeah, you'd fit under the bed.
No, I wouldn't. Oh,
No?
Also, our bed has like stakes underneath it. Like I literally couldn't.
Stakes?
Yeah, that's where we keep them.
Aging. They're aging.
all right.
It's like the Omaha.
It's where you're keeping them, and also why you can't fit under the bed. It's really both of the problems.
Robbers come in, they're like, something smells like a fillet. 5 years aged?
Somebody says, Sabrina, hey, somebody's got to stay back. Cosidia says, somebody's got to stay back and tell the story. Is there anything to that as a defense here?
I guess that's one way to put it when you're negotiating with the kidnappers.
What if it was your dad? If your dad hid under the bed and some of your family gets kidnapped by some people like this, do you look down on your family member for not stepping up in that moment? Because I think you probably would.
I'd probably say, what the hell, Pops?
Yeah, I think I would too. And then I'd be like, Dad,
you have a gun here somewhere. Where's that? Not under the bed.
Dad, you and I were supposed to fight this person off. Yeah. We were supposed to do our best, and we did nothing.
Well, let's be clear, though. My parents would grab the dogs first, their new kids, before the adult children.
Now, the guy's a soccer star, right?
He is.
You said? So you would think that they want the wife and the kid so they get some sort of ransom out of the soccer star if he's like rich and stuff.
Yeah, probably cut off some fingers and stuff.
But if he had tried to fight them and they kill him, but they just don't need the wife and kid anymore, or then what's the grab? Like, hey, at least if he hides under the bed, he knows a little bit about what's going on. He may have been able to see some identifying things on the people and then can go to the authorities with a little more information than they would have, and they would help him with the safe return. It would probably be a little bit easier if this were somewhere like America and not an entire country that's got a state of emergency because they're collapsing on each other.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, Seelan, but there really is no right answer. It's only like what you think was morally the correct move. Twitch is being pretty brutal on this. It's easier to get a new family than a new life. Just
true.
Hide under your bed and they take the wife and son. Time to get a new wife and son. It's kind of brutal. Eric on Twitch says maybe the wife wore the pants in the family. I don't know. Flopping is a big deal in soccer, they're saying. So this tracks. I just think it looks bad, and that's why there's a lot of people piling on this guy. You were supposed to be the protector in the moment. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to those here momentarily. I told you, Trump has added 2 new things to the White House.
Ooh.
And some people are not happy about this. Those people seem pretty miserable, though, considering what he added and the stories around it. Trump decided to add not 1, but 2 massive American flags to the White House with flagpoles and the whole thing. And he paid for it with his own money. So you can't blame like taxpayer dollars are being wasted on the flag.
We talking like car dealership kind of American flags?
I think they're big. Let's see if he talks about how big they are here.
Putting up a beautiful, almost 100-foot tall
100-foot tall
flag on this side and another one on the other side. 2 flags, top of the line. And
is that car dealership size? 100-foot tall is really big.
Top of the line.
I don't know.
Let's see it from space.
That's a 10-story building almost. That's a big-ass flag.
Also,
that's huge.
Building has flags already.
Not big enough. No, you need
just
the big
making
ones.
them higher. Got it.
2 big giant flags.
Balls for 200 years. It was something I've often said, they don't have a flagpole per se. So
they don't have a flagpole.
Right where you saw us, and we're putting another one on the other side on top of the mounds. It's going to be 2 beautiful flags.
Kind of a genius move on his part, because here's what happens. If you put 2 massive car dealer sized flags at the White House, and then let's say the Democrats win the next election, and some Democrat takes the giant American flags away from the White House, it's like, oh, you unpatriotic MFer, what are you doing here? Why are you taking these down? Look, he doesn't even like America. Probably wants to put up a Palestinian flag or something. And it just looks like bad optics if you do that. So I don't know how you, like some of these things, it's going to be hard to put the snake back in the can, if you will. It'll be a little hard to roll that one back. And we'll see what you think about this. Good move, bad move. Seems like a patriotic thing. I like flags. I like America. I'm fine with it. I don't think, however, on my own house, I would put a 100-foot tall flag.
Seems a little distracting.
It's quite large if you think about it. But
do you think you're allowed to just put a 100-foot flagpole in your house?
I don't know, because I was driving this weekend and we saw, you guys have seen it before, I'm sure, that
giant one.
The giant cross. The giant cross that's out there by, I don't remember where it was. When we were driving, there's like this cross that's maybe 100 feet, 200 feet tall or something. And I said, I guess you could just build that if you want to.
Big old Jesus.
You can put that out there. The car dealerships do it, so
yeah,
the White House can do it,
Those
I guess.
Some big flowing flags.
They truly are.
The closer to like the main highway you get with your car dealership, I think the bigger the flag has to be. And then just ripples.
What do you think those cost? What do you think a 100-foot tall American flag costs?
Thousands upon thousands.
Give me a number guess here. We're going to ask
With
AI.
flagpole or just the flag itself?
Just the flag itself.
I'm going to say off the bat, nothing to back it up, $10,000.
$10,000. What do you think, C-Lane?
I think that's a pretty fair estimate, but I'll just go $10,100.
$10,100. Let me ask TJ, how much does a very large American flag, about 100 feet tall, how much does that cost, just the American flag? It won't be 3 minutes, okay? It'll be just a bit. It's got to process it, turn it into text, send it over to the AI, get the information back, and turn it back into audio. So
the cost of a very large American flag, such as one that is about 100 feet tall, can vary widely based on materials and craftsmanship.
Here comes the
Typically,
number.
a flag of this size could range from $1,000 to $5,000 or more.
Wow.
It's best to check with specific manufacturers or flag suppliers for accurate pricing.
$1 to $5 grand, they say. So
I'm getting a lot more.
Somebody could
getting a lot more.
What are you seeing?
I'm on UnitedStatesFlag.com. There's hyphens in between the words.
That source is garbage.
Just to get a 130-foot flagpole, $44,000.
Are you kidding me?
That is so much money for a pole.
Well, I did just ask for the flag. I didn't ask for the flagpole, but that is pricey, man.
Yeah.
That ain't cheap at all. Does it say how much one of the big flags is or no?
This just polls, so let me go back to flags.
Bootsy says freedom isn't free. True.
Damn right.
True. And then be the next president who goes, I'm pulling the flags down. You're going to look bad every time.
Or the
it ain't going to work out for you.
City permit person who tries to give them a fine. I'm like, I guess you're not American?
Yeah, you're going to get egged. It's not going to be good. I see all the flags in front of you there. There's lots of. Are those
on
as
John's
big?
card.
These are like
no
5 by 8 feet. We need
those are
much
tiny.
bigger flags.
Bigger.
We'll locate them for the president and make sure this is all set up. We want to see what you think. Is it a good move or a bad move? Is it patriotic or a waste of money? Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Let me pay off that Roblox story real quick since I teased it. Here we go. The family of a Florida child has filed a lawsuit against Roblox, which, if you don't know what it is, kind of like Minecraft. It's a video game. You kind of build stuff in this world. The lawsuit is against Roblox and Discord. They accuse the popular platforms of failing to protect their child from sexual exploitation. This is another one of these stories happening. Another one. A Florida girl was allegedly groomed and sexually exploited on Roblox and Discord, two platforms widely used by children, according to this lawsuit. Case comes amid a wave of legal and government pressure aimed at holding these tech companies liable and accountable for what happens with younger people online. So there you go. We'll see what you think about that as well. Tons of stuff to talk about today. Did you find a big flag?
30 foot by 60 foot, which is designed for use with flagpoles that are 120 feet high and taller.
We're in the zone.
So this is just the flag. Super tough. Still small. Come on, man.
It's only 30 feet tall. We're getting 100 feet tall.
No, you're getting a 100-foot tall flagpole. You're not getting a 100-foot tall flag.
I want a 100-foot tall flag.
Do you understand what that looks like?
Yes. I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be just
It'll
dripping.
be on the ground the whole time.
You would need if you want a 100-foot tall flag, you would need at least a 400-foot flagpole.
Where would you have the largest American flag in the world, if not at the White House?
I get it. $3,300 for the 30 by 60.
Wow.
Sounds like a deal to me.
And that's small in comparison. That's tiny in comparison to the big, giant American flag you could have if you were truly patriotic. Holy cow. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll also talk about that national burger chain that is closing 100 stores. Get it while you can. Which one is it? We'll discuss. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Fish, that's awesome. Thank you for what you do.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Permanent injuries may not appear immediately after an accident. That's why the insurance company wants to settle with you quickly. They want you to sign away your claim before you even know the full extent of your injuries. Don't...
Skull Mike. Hello, Skull Mike Squad. I want to ask you a question, Skull Mike Squad. Flag yes or flag no? Are we flag yes or flag no? And wait until you hear about the flag that C-Lane just found, because it's a wild time. But if we have 100-foot tall flags, now he might be talking about the flagpole, but I want 100-foot tall flags. That would mean they would be massive, absolutely massive, at the White House. You could see them from Virginia. You could see them from Maryland. It would be a stunning, patriotic unfurling in the sky. Big flag yes or big flag no? Where are we at on this? One flag is okay, says La Rasta, but two is too much. I feel you. I feel you. If there was just one really, really big one, glorious old glory, whipping in the wind, that would be pretty stunning. Two might be too much, but come on, it's Trump. What's he going to do? He's going to put two giant flags. He's going to put two of them up. 100 foot is too big. The states are not united, so no. When are the states ever united? When was the last 50-state sweep? That's your question. When was the last 50-state sweep election? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you, Bridges, Mob, 1982. Appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. Yucker says it's so he knows where he is. Big flag yes or big flag no? You guys seem pretty divided over this on Twitch. And it's absolutely brutal that nobody from YouTube is squeaking through yet. Way more people over there. We're back in just a couple minutes. I also have another question for you. The Pope is Rip, right? Ding dong. And Pope Francis is dead. And now there's been a huge spike, we mentioned this briefly, of people watching the Conclave movie, which is about picking a new pope. And they spiked, I think, 3,200% compared to the previous week. 3,200% spike in viewers watching the Conclave movie. On Netflix, The Two Popes with Anthony Hopkins and Jonathan Pryce spiked by 417%. And this brings me to a weird point. Some of you people are weird. You're weird in when you choose what to watch and what you choose to watch. If somebody dies, their album becomes the #1 most streamed. If somebody's movie who dies is out there, it goes to #1 on the charts. You start watching all of the movies. That's a weird thing. This one makes sense, though, because people want to know how they're going to pick the next pope, so everybody's going over to watch Conclave. Have you watched it? Are you going to watch it? What do you think? Bridget says, I watched Conclave because of it being dead. I also watched Two Popes and the Young Pope. Damn! Damn! You're binging it, man. You watch 3 Pope things? 3 Pope movies? 6+ hours of Pope content after the Pope died? I can tell you right now, they take the Pope, they bury the Pope, there's pomp and circumstance. The cardinals that are of a certain age start to vote. Once one pope gets the right amount of votes, they put up the black smoke, they pick the pope comes out, here's the new pope, the pope picks their pope name, and the pope goes on to be pope. I saved you 6 hours. But was it good? Which one was the best? 1 minute. Pope and circumstance. I see. I see what you did there. Pope and circumstance. All right, we're coming back. Here we go.
In uncertain financial times, How to Money is here to help. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search How to Money, and start listening today.
El Car Wash, now open in Eagle Creek, Oviedo, Kissimmee, and Winter Garden. El Car Wash, Florida's favorite car wash.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
right? And I hope they're made in America. They better be made in America, right?
The process for installing these huge things is intense.
All right, let me get everybody caught up real quick. We were talking about something that has gone down at the White House. Trump says, I'm going to add 2 massive flags. Now, he said 100 feet tall. I don't know if he's talking about the flagpole or the flag itself, but if you had like big car dealership size flags, 2 of them at the White House, it would be kind of a boss move because it's hard for somebody to take down after that because the next president looks unpatriotic if they take down the flags. In fact, the next president's a Democrat. They might go, I guess I got to add up more flags. And then we end up with the White House.
A giant gay flag.
Big pride flag. You got like a whole thing. Like, everybody wants a flag. You got to put them all up there, right? So this is a thing that's actually happened. Trump's putting up these big flags pretty soon here. He paid for them with his own money. Sabrina.
I thought they were like a flag for just the GBTQ.
No.
She's
going another way. But C-Lane was looking this up. As I said, this was kind of a smart idea, just in terms of chess play in the presidential level and keeping your career and your moves and everything that you did as the president, your legacy alive. You do things like this because no one wants to undo it because they look bad. But C-Lane found a couple of things. Number one, if you want to have a flag as big as the car dealerships have, it's a big giant pain in the ass, I guess.
Because you have to like dig far into the ground and like set this thing in concrete and a sleeve and everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they bring the flag pole in pieces and they have to lay all the pieces out in this field and then weld them all together on the spot there so they can lift the flag into its final spot there.
Yeah.
And just the truck that drills the hole alone is pretty impressive.
Wow. You said you found a bigger one than all of these. What's it called? What's the biggest flag called?
They say it's called the super flag, although I think you would argue that a lot of the ones that are above a certain size would be called super flags. But according to emflag.com, Eagle Mountain Flags, it says currently the world's largest American flag, and there are a couple of other websites that claim this, is located in Long Beach, California, and has been dubbed the super flag. It measures 225 feet by 505 feet.
Okay.
Weighs more than 3,000 pounds and requires the help of more than 500 volunteers to transport. Each star is 17 feet high. The stripes are 20 feet wide. It can cover a football field 1.5 times.
This is the one, because I'm looking at the Guinness Book of World Records right now. It was once displayed over the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
That's how big it is. It was for the 1996 Olympic torch relay over the Hoover Dam, and the super flag is 3,000 pounds.
It says it's not currently on display as of this writing, but for a super price, it can be rented out for special occasions.
Let's get that one at the White House. That's big. 500-foot flag? You can't get any more patriotic than that.
But yeah, I'm just kind of watching this YouTube video during the break of them, and it's like the video itself is like a hyperlapse. It's all sped up of them installing this 80-foot pole, and then they do a 150-foot steel mega flagpole. It's insane. It's nuts.
I think you mentioned the flags and the volunteers, but they have Super Flag 1, which is 95 feet by 130 feet. That requires 150 volunteers. Super Flag 2, which is 160 feet by 300 feet, is 265 volunteers. And the Super Flag is 255 feet by 505 feet and requires 600 volunteers to move the flag. That's how big they get, baby. Man, that one must be real pricey.
Like, it almost looks like if you have one of these like car dealership style flagpoles, that you got to build it before you put the car dealership in, because you need a lot of land just to lay this stuff out before it can be erected.
This might be dumb. Is the Super Flag the one that they unfurl on football fields?
They say they've done it for like the Super Bowl and for other stuff.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen the one that's like the size of a football field. That must be one of the flags that they have.
The one we were talking about a second ago says it can cover a football field 1.5 times. So it's got to be bigger. I don't know.
All right. Wow. That's something. Okay. We'll get to a couple of dispatches on this in just a moment, but let me pay off this tease. A national burger chain is now closing more than 100 stores. In fact, this place says we may close 150 to 200 of our underperforming stores as a part of our aggressive financial plan.
Oh.
Now, the aggressive financial plan name is going to tell you what burger chain this is that's closing all these stores. The plan's called Jack on Track. That's what they're calling it.
Burger King.
And no, not Burger King. No. Jack on Track.
Oh, what a burger. Yeah.
Jack in the Box is a place that operates about 2,200 stores across 22 states. That's mostly on the West Coast for you folks out there. And they say they also own Del Taco, but they want to streamline some of these places. And they think about 200 of them may be shut down. The CEO says, in my time thus far as CEO, I've worked quickly with our teams to conclude that Jack in the Box operates at its best and maximizes shareholder return potential within a simplified asset-light business model. That's Lance Tucker. And he started on March 31st, and already he takes over in March, and right in April he goes, we're going to close 200 of them. Here we go. You guys ever ate at a Jack in the Box?
I don't think I have.
No, usually out.
I've never had a Jack in the Box burger in my entire life. And I tried a lot of those places.
I know you said they had Del Taco too, but is there an equivalent, like Checkers versus
Rallies?
Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
No, I think that's Jack in the Box mostly on the West Coast, and I've never tried that before. Let us know what you think as we go over to Mo Manji, who is talking about flagpoles.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
You too.
So, in regards to the flag, yes, it's going to cost more than $10,000. I know this because I own a sign company. Yeah, and guess where that material is going to be coming from? It's going to be coming from China. So, you're going to have a 100-foot post that's made from China. The materials are going to be coming from China, aluminum, and the flag's going to be made in China, too. Thanks. Bye.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You get trolled to no end. If Trump's going to put up 2 giant American flags around the White House, they have to be American.
Who's going to climb up there to find the tag on the flag to see where it's made?
They'll just dig up the receipt. There's got to be a receipt somewhere, right? And it's ChinaFlags.com. That can't happen. It has to be an American flag. So start sewing, whoever's making these things. Get to work right now. What do you think? Waste of money or not? Hit us up with the dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Thank you so much for asking. What's coming up on the next episode? According to headlines, Con Man is about to become Country Man. That's Akon. If you're looking to purchase a totally legit and well put together music festival, do I have the complete opposite opportunity for you? Plus, are your children addicted to the crack equivalent of a TV show? All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Thursday forecast. And as we approach this afternoon, we'll see a good mix of sunshine and clouds. Temperature-wise, though, we'll be a couple degrees lower than what we saw and what we felt for.
Go, Mike. Let's go, Mike crew. Electric Boogaloo. Let's go, Mike friends. Time for a new Skull Mike bit called Show and Tell, where I pick something in the studio and I show it to you and I tell you what it is. There are lots of little things around this studio. So many things on the shelves all around here. Pick a letter and then I'll find something that starts with that letter and I'll explain it to you for show and tell. What letter? Don't say Z, or I'll just pick something on my own. What do you want to see? T? T. Something with a T. Let's see. T, okay. T. What's this? Huh? What is it? What is it? That is a Triceratops skull. Triceratops skull. And I got that, believe it or not. I was working with this guy who was building a theme park where they genetically modified frogs and used that to fill in some loose slots in the DNA of dinosaurs to revive them. And Sam and I were digging, and one of the things I found was a baby Triceratops skull. That's where I got that, believe it or not. Had it up here ever since. I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. That's my Triceratops skull. What do you think? You love it or hate it? What do you think? Two minutes and we're coming back for the next episode. Mr. Predicto, do they like my Triceratops skull or no?
It has been determined so.
That's right. That's what I thought. They got good taste. They know what beauty is. Bingo, Dino DNA. Big Doug Millionaire says, I look like Lickalotopus dinosaur. Which was a joke that I first learned in a classic book. A little book called Truly Tasteless Jokes. And when I heard a couple of dirty jokes when I was a young kid, I told my parents I wanted all of the Truly Tasteless Jokes books. I wanted them all. And then my parents said, no, we're not going to have that. That's gross, and we're not going to have those kind of things in this house. And so I saved up a bunch of money from the laundry, and I would buy them one at a time when I could, and I would store them in a secret place in my room. And I had 2 or 3, I think, of the Truly Tasteless joke books before I was allowed to. Because I'm a bad boy. I'm a wild man. We're coming back.
Engagement ring, or any fashion jewelry, come experience a refreshing alternative to the typical jewelry experience at IDC.
We're here to offer the right price on every piece of jewelry that you buy from IDC.
Real value from real people.
We'd rather make a little bit and keep you as a customer than make a lot of it and lose you as a customer.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes, and shopidc.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Like a car crash, you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
In the world of entertainment and beyond. We'll see what's going on there, and we'll also get to more of your feedback as the show rolls on. And thanks for hanging out with us, by the way. There's all kinds of things out there you could be listening to, and yet you pick us. So we appreciate that. We're happy to be here and keep you company each day and tell you everything happening in the world, viral and beyond. Right now, it's time to get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, we're going to have such big penises.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, talked over that one.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's his website. And that's your hero when it comes to those big life decisions, refinancing your home, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, reverse mortgages. I just ran into a good friend of mine, Jesse, yesterday, who got on the phone with That Mortgage Guy Don, and he said, thank you so much, because I made the mistake of Googling and putting my number somewhere, and I can't stop getting spam calls.
Oh, God, isn't that the worst?
That Mortgage Guy Don answered right away and is going to be helping him, and he said it's a little confusing. I said, stop. Don't explain it to me, because it is confusing, and that's why you work with That Mortgage Guy Don. He has your back. He's the expert, and you go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com to get the process started.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
It was 36 years ago, 1989. The great state of Massachusetts declared a day. That day being
Step by Step.
New Kids on the Block Day.
That is correct. Commonly known as NOBD or NKOTB.
Yeah, that's what they went by, NKOTB.
They had a fun, few interesting years and a lot of fun facts to be attached to that. Before setting on New Kids on the Block, the group was called NYNK, N-Y-N-U-K.
New York?
It was
New
just...
Kids?
They don't even... It's not an acronym. They just wanted to be called NYUK.
That's no good.
And they said which they disliked. And
I don't like
good
it.
move, because I think everyone dislikes it. Despite being white, the band was signed to the R&B division at Columbia Records, initially marketed to black audiences because of their R&B sound. The song Hanging Tough was actually intended as a theme song for the Boston Celtics.
All right.
And Jordan Knight, member of the band, was seen wearing a Batman t-shirt in the music video for I'll Be Loving You Forever, even though he's known to hate Batman. There's some fun facts for you. Oh, and J-Lo was a backup dancer for them at some point.
It's kind of hilarious that they tried to market New Kids on the Block to black people, like black R&B lovers. I don't see that flying.
Oh, baby.
Check out this tune we wrote for you. Here we go.
I had a whole quiz for you guys, but I don't have enough time.
Oh, what? No, go. I want the quiz.
Do you know New Kids on the Block that well?
I know a little bit about New Kids on the Block. Do you, C-Lane?
He probably knows more than me.
Who wore the overalls in the step-by-step music video?
Jordan Knight.
That is correct, C-Lane.
What?
Which one of their songs was sung exclusively by Joey McIntyre? That's the first.
Please
don't leave me.
Go girl.
Please don't go girl.
Please don't go.
Ceiling gets to the point. Which pop princess did the New Kids on the Block open for in 1988?
Madonna.
No.
Damn.
Mariah Carey.
No. One word. The Seal of Her Time.
Cher.
No.
Seal of Her Time.
Well, as far as like just went by the first name. Rhymes with Biffany.
Tiffany.
Tiffany is right. Ceiling gets the point.
What the hell? I said Tiffany too.
And
that was Tiffany 1.
What's the name of their first album?
Back on the Streets.
Nope.
Leaving the Streets.
No. Nothing to do with streets, but an acronym of street.
Kick it to it. An acronym of streets.
Reset.
New Kids on the Block. That's a self-titled album.
I see. Yeah.
Congratulations. C-Lane won. Unfortunately, what the New Kids on the Block or in the home are doing is crack.
Hell yeah.
What?
Making a comeback?
You tried crack?
It would be the most rad boy band ever if it was a boy band full of all people on crack.
Crack
I would watch that. I would pay for the concert, I think. That'd be great.
No, according to a lot of influencers and parents and influencer parents, it turns out kids are getting hooked on crack that is known as...
Cocomelon!
No, really?
Oh, a whole write-up on it.
It's a good
Thank
stuff.
you, New York Post. But Lauren Eisler kicked it off. First heard about Cocomelon, addictively popular animated streaming series that reportedly hooks toddlers on its bright colors, loud music, and characters. And now, a lot of parents are agreeing it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
There's a surprising alternative because the kids watching Cocomelon are out of control.
All right.
They say because of the bright colors and the wonderful music and the oversized heads and googly eyes, they are now behaving worse. They're uncontrollable. The transitions between no Cocomelon and Cocomelon are making parenting absolutely impossible. And I'll tell you this, Miss Rachel never done that.
No.
Miss Rachel would never do that. As a matter of fact, Miss Rachel is the best and the opposite of crack.
But she hates the Jews.
No,
so-
she doesn't hate the Jews. Stop it. She doesn't hate the Jews. There's one...
Have you ever seen her around any Jews?
Mm-hmm. You got any photos of her with a Jew?
No, she does stuff by herself. I don't see her outside of the thing.
She's that interested in staying away from Jews that she doesn't hang out with anybody else and only stays by herself.
Shani Hillian. Not sure if she's a Jew or not, but she is a big Apple-based beauty writer, and she proclaimed that her house is a no Cocomelon household. No Coco.
I don't blame her. And also, Courtney and I were talking about this yesterday. All of the new kids shows are like boom, 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 like just an assault on your senses. There's
too much.
Like everything everywhere. And when we were younger, they used to be pretty chill. Like think about Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues was like a chill show. It was very relaxed. Had like a slow pace.
We
and stuff.
also had some weird ass shows.
Yeah,
it
but
seems like it's either you're on acid or you're a child.
But wasn't it less like ADHD content then? It seemed like it could have like a slower, like Dora the Explorer was the other one we were talking about. What a great little show. You learn another language. It's like a chill little experience. We learned that we should hate Swiper because he's bad. It's bad and he steals stuff. It was better
Identities,
time.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Firefest for sale. Firefest for sale. You interested?
Is it a fire sale?
Something like that. Firefest founder Billy McFarland says that after 2 unsuccessful attempts at staging the physical festival, Firefest founder Physical Festival Farland, he will execute the vision of fire in a transparent, grand manner.
Yeah?
End quote. And the
Who
first
wants to buy this crap?
Nobody.
All right,
what do you
fine.
buy?
Sorry I asked.
No, but I'm with you on this. Who wants to buy it after 2 cities and the place that you said Firefest 2 was happening said, we have no idea what you're talking about. As a matter of fact, you only have a permit for a 12-hour listening party.
The crazy thing is, it has such good name recognition. Like
for being bad.
Yeah, for being bad. I agree. But like people know, like I would say at least 60% of people know what Firefest is. So that's crazy name recognition. It's just not for a good thing.
So he says, it's clear I need to step back and allow a new team to move forward independently, bring the vision to life, because it has been dead for quite some time.
What's he selling it for?
Let's see if we have a price here. He has sold some of the brand's IP to documentarian Sean Reck, who plans to leverage the Fire name into a new music-focused subscription video on-demand platform.
Oh, my gosh.
McFarlane is now soliciting offers for the entire festival brand, including trademarks, IP, digital assets, media reach, and cultural capital to an operator that can fully realize its vision. Now, following the disastrous debut of Firefest 1 in 2017, he was convicted of mail-in wire fraud, spent 4 years in prison, ordered to pay $26 million in restitution. So I imagine he wants to sell it for something more than $26 million. But who am I to say? No price tag yet or website to buy. He's still trying to figure out how to deal with the Mexican officials and the whole permit, non-permit thing. Good luck. Let's see what else I got for you here. Bop, boop, beep, boop. Sure, why not? What the hell? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Toys R Us is getting the silver screen treatment, y'all.
Let's go.
Per Variety, the toy store chain is coming to a screen, hopefully a big one, near you, courtesy of Story Kitchen, the studio behind several recent game adaptations. The apparent idea here is to make something in the vein of Night at the Museum and Big, toy-related like Barbie. And then at the moment, the film is in early development with a group and two people I've never heard of in my life. However, exciting news.
Yeah.
My question, yeah. You just, one more time?
Yeah.
Johnson and Goldberg, the co-founded story kitchen called Toys R Us, a cultural touchstone that continues to impact the child in all of us today. Let's rephrase that, shall we, Goldberg?
There's a child in all of us.
The project is an exciting opportunity. I love the big quotes that they say nothing. They're like, it's a great opportunity, boundless, exciting, electric sense of wonder, capture the imagination, destination for kids of all ages. Zero clue of what the plot line is, but we'll see if Jeffrey the Giraffe makes an appearance. Never forget that he did at Just Okay that 1 year.
True.
Where he stepped on the saxophonist chord.
Sabrina, have you been watching The Studio?
Yes, I have not. I'm episode or two behind.
Right.
I've heard good things.
But the first episode, I think, is the one where they were like, listen, we need to keep cashing in on this whole idea of the Barbie movie making so much money. They're like, we're making the Kool-Aid Man movie.
Oh, yeah.
Just had these like list of IPs that they haven't tried to, make movies about yet.
And then when that twisted out into something else, they finally found the perfect director for the Kool-Aid movie. But it ended up being very dark. Sean, give it a go. You're going to love it.
What?
The Studio.
The Studio.
Funny show.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I've heard good things. And if you guys are also jumping on board, then that's even more good things.
And finally, it starts with...
one thing.
And then 2, and then 3, and then eventually 2 billion. Congratulations, Lincoln Park. You did it.
I was going to say spaghetti, and I have no idea why.
Starts with spaghetti.
I don't know why. All this
don't know where that came from.
Makes me cry. 2 billion for In the End music video officially surpassed the 10-digit view count milestone 2 times over, becoming the band's second visual to do so. Woo. In the end, I guess it does matter a little bit when it comes to views on YouTube. On the boob tube, we got round 1 of the NFL draft, baby. Who's getting the pick? Also, the series finale of You on Netflix, series premiere of Et Toi on Amazon, and you can catch Jelly Roll and Brandon Lake on Kimmel. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. And you can join us on the show. Not you, Sabrina. I mean, you can if you want, but
I've been here. I would love to join.
Talking to your microphone, that'll be fine.
Hello.
But everybody else, for you to do it, send a dispatch. It's very, very easy to do. Fire off your dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll get into some of those. We've got a city councilman who was really, really losing his mind at one of these hearings. And that's like 2 days in a row, like a city council style meeting has made it onto the show somehow. And a very surprising study coming forward today. And the results, well, they're going to shock you, and you're going to hear them, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Join the Jim Colbert Show for Boozy Brunch, Sunday, May 4th. Details at realradio.fm/brunch.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Many people have mortgage loans in the 7s or even 8% range. And if you're one of them, guess what? That mortgage guy, Don, is here to help. You got to explore the savings for a refinance, or maybe even lower your payments or get cash out. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry and work with an expert and a friend that you could trust. Go to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Life looks pretty good behind the handlebars of a Harley, and that point of view is one that everyone agrees on. At Space Coast Harley Davidson, we'd like to help you get some perspective on what's important. Right now, get 0.
Hey, folks. Today's the day. It's time. We got a secret show live tonight. Secret show is recorded live here in this studio, uncensored, and streamed live on the News Junkie Discord. A lot of moving parts here, but the first thing is go subscribe for secret shows over on the website. Then under my account, you can connect to the News Junkie Discord, and then that means when you go over to the News Junkie Discord, you get access to the secret shows area, and you can watch the show live. It's a wonderful time. I hope you'll check it out. Go do that now and sign up for secret shows. Also had some gifted subs yesterday. Thank you again for that. All those people are going to be getting their magnets. I'll send them out this week. Every single gifted sub is a magnet for you. Every single sub is a magnet for you. If you want to play a game of magnets, go to thenewsjunkie.com, click the gift icon now. Now! Rick says, when will you have Tom and Dan back on? Probably soon. We've got to reach out to them and talk to them. They were at the bowling tournament, but because there's always so much happening at an event like that, I didn't even really get to bump into either one of them. But I love them both and love working with them. And we probably are due for a crossover show like that. I would absolutely be on board. Bootsy says, pro tip, get on Discord now so you can get accepted and watch live. Yeah, with Discord, I know it could be confusing for you boomers or people who just aren't really tech savvy. You're like, what is this? What's going on? Just click the link on thenewsjunkie.com that says Discord. Follow the instructions. When you drop into the Discord, there's a main channel and just say, hi, new here, help. And the very kind people on Discord will get you up and running and tell you what's going on. They are awesome. 2 minutes. I was banned for a joke says they are busy with multiple live shows, unlike Sean. I might ban you again. If you knew what was going on, if you knew what it is to deal with these big venues, it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare, and it's currently a nightmare. It's something that we're dealing with right now. It's why we haven't talked about the roast in a bit. The roast is still happening. Doing events is a nightmare. Because I don't want to do like a small event. I want to do like a big to-do, and there's so much red tape. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Details soon.
Here, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent accidents and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
El Car Wash, now open in Eagle Creek, Oviedo, Kissimmee, and Winter Garden. El Car Wash, Florida's favorite car wash.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Shows for each gifted sub, you get a magnet. Click the gift icon right there on thenewsjunkie.com. I had a bunch of people do that yesterday. And if you gift like around 5, I think I have about 5 different types. So we'll give you like a starter kit there. So you have some different variety. But do that as you have some time over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we'll get to you. Let's actually work at a couple of emails. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com and Do Cool Cat emails the show. All right, Do Cool Cat, what do you got for us? Hello, Sean. Would you kindly please stop saying that Minecraft and Roblox are similar games? You are driving me absolutely insane. Saying Roblox and Minecraft are similar games is like saying Pong and GTA 6 are similar. Yes, they're both video games, but that's where the similarity ends. Roblox is a series of user-created games with varying qualities, and Minecraft is an open-world sandbox game with very little story, and you could build almost anything you want. Thank you, Sean, says Do Cool Cats. Thank you for the correction. I have not played Roblox. I was under the impression that you build stuff in Roblox and you build stuff in Minecraft, so that's where too. I'm thinking like they're the same in as much as you could build things. That's what I was
like open world style. I've only played Minecraft once, and I did not do well. I just ran into a wall. I was like doing a sword thing into the wall. I didn't understand it.
I didn't find it fun. I was just like, what? Just wandering around this world. I guess there's a lot of people who like it.
Either for children or I guess predators.
I don't know. I'm neither one of them, so I'm staying away. Mark emails the show. Mark from Okeechobee. Mark says, "Hi, everybody. I couldn't forward the story for some reason, but Trump drove West Palm Beach crazy with a huge flag. They were fining him $1,200 per day, and he basically continued to give them the finger. It was hilarious." And it shows a flag at Mar-a-Lago and a story that says, Trump and Mar-a-Lago's fight with Palm Beach over a flagpole. So looks like there was some issues there, and now he wants a big one at the White House. And Brenda emails the show. And Brenda says, I think those twins, the twins that speak at the same time.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I think those same time talking twins were on TLC's Extreme Sisters.
Sure they were.
They both married the same dude. Also, one needed a tooth pulled and didn't want to do it because the doctor wouldn't pull her sister's healthy tooth, so they would match. Check it out. Love you guys and gal as always, Brenda. Thank you, Brenda.
One of my favorites is it's now becoming the trend on TikTok for two people, and especially actual identical twins, to reenact the news story interview. And it has been beautiful to watch.
Really? I think I would hate it just as much as the original content.
But they're making it funny. And just see the direct quotes and the mumble in between. Just now that I've talked about it, it'll pop up on your feed because TikTok's always listening.
Got it.
I have tried many times to do that, but it's very hard. It's like an improv trick to follow what the person next to you is saying.
We'd have to be in the same room, but I could do it. I feel very confident in that.
It's very, very weird.
Very weird.
You just mumbled. You're not saying anything. You got the last word right, but you didn't get the other words right in the sentence.
Like I said, same room.
Yeah, you'd be nailing it if we were right next to each other. C-Lane's in the same room with you, Well,
yeah, but I can't
technically,
see his mouth.
Technically, he's not in the same room.
Work on it. Next live broadcast.
There is a study. The scientists are done with their work. They have dusted off their hands, and they have brought to us the latest of their hard work. And they're saying that dogs outrank all humans in our relationships, according to this study. Dog owners reported higher emotional fulfillment, greater companionship, and fewer conflicts with their pets than their relatives, partners, or friends.
What are you talking about?
The result of this is people love their dogs more than their friends or their family.
Yeah, they don't talk back.
And I ask you this question, very difficult one to ask you. Do you love your dog, Sabrina, more than you love your friends or family? Do you love your dog
more? It's a
more?
different kind of love. He's my son.
I'm saying on the same level. Just love in general. There's got to be some who pass and some who don't, right? Like you probably love your mom more than you love Carl, but there might be a friend of yours who Carl is higher on the food chain than this friend. It's like, shuffle him around a little bit.
Yeah, possibly.
I would think. C-Lane puts everybody ahead of Lexi. He doesn't really. He hates her.
No, absolutely not. No.
You definitely.
Oh, I hate my dog. I love my dog.
Oh, but Lexi sometimes, when she gets on a tear, that dog. Oh. Lexi is the fastest dog in the world.
Lexi's pretty damn fast.
She's the fastest dog. She's the fastest dog alive. She moves, man.
Same question to you, bub.
Lady is better than everybody in my life except for Courtney. All right? I'll just come out and say it. Because Lady has a one-way street kind of relationship with me. For the most part, she's just a good little sweet dog that sits there and tries to do good things. So, of course you're going to put your dog ahead of certain people. Like I'm going to put my dog ahead of the two of you, for instance.
Oh.
Because most of the time you guys are great, right? Like you're great. We get along. We've known each other for a very long time. We work together.
I know that.
We do this. You've been along longer than Lady. But Lady has not really much bad that she's entering into the equation. And I'm not saying you guys have a lot of bad attached to you, but there's like a little bit of bad. And I'm sure it's the same thing with you and me. Al. I'm sure you said the same
I was
thing.
going to say the opposite.
Are you going to sit there with a straight face and say there's
Don't call me
no
straight.
bad that comes from me?
Are
and
you
your
going to
relationship?
sit there with a gay face?
I love when you bring up these stories and you just put Celia and I in such weird positions.
That's not a weird position. Lexi first.
I'll dump it.
I don't think it's a weird position. It's a question. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You know that, right?
You don't have feelings.
Are your feelings hurt if I say that I put Lady above you?
No, not at all. I love Lady Dog. I love that Lady Dog.
No,
I
but
miss
it's not
Lady
about
Dog.
loving Lady Dog. It's just that you know what to expect, and I know what to expect from you, and I know what to expect from Sea Lion the same.
Of course, we're all adults, but when it comes to your puppies,
your
fur babies, I mean, they're under your care.
Oh my God!
What?
Go ahead, finish.
No, that was it. What happened? What'd I say wrong this time?
No, you
Lady
didn't say
would
anything
never.
wrong. You didn't say anything wrong at all. None of this is wrong. This is just all your thoughts.
Sounds like
and
you
your
just
opinion.
thought of something. Something just dawned on you. What happened?
I did. I don't know if this is mean of me to say or not, but if I was given the choice and they said there's a gunman in the next room, and the gunman is either going to shoot Lady, Sea Lion, or Sabrina, I wouldn't choose Lady. I would save Lady, I think.
I would throw my body in front of Lady to stop the bullet.
No, you're not dealing with Lady. In your situation, you have Carl and Sea Lion and I are in the next room, and the gunman's like, I'm pulling the trigger in a second. Who am I killing? And I don't think you would say Carl. I think you would say just as fast as you said Sean now, I'm done.
No, I would stop the gunman after self-defense classes I've taken, and I would sacrifice myself in order to save all three of your lives.
And now you said something wrong.
That's how life works, my friend. It's not just
No, it's not. It's not.
A, B,
It's
or
called
C.
a hypothetical.
And the hypothetical I have also presented, which is me being a hero.
That's not how hypotheticals work. Somebody goes
My
to
last breath, I
Sabrina, and they give Sabrina the train problem, the conductor problem, and they say, would you either let the train hit one person, or would you move the train over and let it hit, a smaller
It would be
group
one
of people?
person, but then I get in front of the train and I
All
say,
right.
move, get out of the way. It's coming towards you, dude.
The train is headed down the tracks and it's going to hit 5 people. But if you hit a button, the train will go on different tracks and hit one person. And Sabrina goes, actually,
I will switch it into hover train mode and fly over the people.
Exactly. Pull the brake. We'll stop for a second. Come on, grow up.
I'm going to lose it.
I mean, you don't have to get so frustrated. I thought hypothetical. Hypothetically lose it is what you mean?
No, I'm going to legitimately, realistically lose it. Not a hypothetical. Not a hypothetical. Tanya says, LMAO, they're so much like family. Is this what family feels like?
Better ingredients is all we need.
This is what it feels like to work very closely with people for a very long time. And you love them.
That's one way to put it.
But you also want to strangle them sometimes.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
I want to
know
strangle
do.
you too, man.
I will just leave it there. We'll leave it there. I don't want to deal with
That was
this
a good
anymore.
segment. Let's replay
Was
that for
it?
sure.
Yeah, was it? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna. Do we take a break? Or are we?
It's up to you, big boss.
Now I want to take a break because I have things that I'd like to say.
Into your skull mic.
No, into this microphone, just directly.
We already dumped you once.
I won't say, folks. I'll stay away from that. No, let's get into a couple of dispatches. Let's see what you got going on in your mind.
I was going to start talking about counts.
I have nothing mean to say about you. I have nothing mean.
I love you both very much.
Thank you.
Took you a while to say that.
I do.
I said
You're
I
my
love you
brothers.
very early on. I said it quickly. Here
Brothers-
goes organ transplant.
I'll tell you later.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Brothers I never had. That do the things that only three of us know. And I appreciate it. I have
What
a
does
lot of
that
love
mean?
for you.
What does that mean?
I'd like to not get into it because it's a personal family thing, but I do appreciate the brotherly love that both of you have shared with me in the past 12 years.
Okay, never mind. I apologize for asking.
No problem.
Here's organ transplant. I thought you were taking a shot at us.
Nope.
Here's organ
Whoa.
transplant. Talking about Jack in the Box. Here. Oh my. We're talking about Jack in the Box.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. Jack in the Box is definitely the best stoner fast food out there. They do mozzarella sticks. They do tacos with full slices of American cheese in it. They do burgers, everything. It's really wonderful. If you're high, if you're a regular person who's not high, it's dangerous. So you're not missing out on much. Bye.
There are only two categories of people. People who are high or regular people who are not high. Oh, God. Here is Scary Danger Man with a dispatch.
I'd love for a flag dynamics expert to chime in on this. I'm just a lay person. But let's say Trump gets one of those super mega ultra flags, the 3,000-pound flag. Wouldn't you need like hurricane force winds for that thing to blow? Wouldn't you need like 130 mile an hour winds just to lift that flag up off the pole?
It's a big flag.
I feel like just in
the material
364 days a year, it's just going to sit there limp, just hanging down. I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody else can clear that up.
Yeah. Any flaggots listening?
I can't, sir. I can't clear that up. I think you sound like you're onto something. It doesn't seem like that sucker could blow in the wind. But we'll see if any other people are out there and are fully aware of this. Do let us know. Quick break. We'll take a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll talk about this city councilman who was melting down. Kanye's neighbors are speaking out. That must be a pleasant experience. Ooh. Kanye's neighbors have some things to say. What are they saying? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Part of the solution and part of the problem. More problem than solution. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with
this report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Hey, don't let hurricane season sneak up on you. It's coming. It'll be here any day now, and you need to start thinking about protecting your home. And you do that with Hurricane Impact Windows, and you get those from my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. They're experts. They've been installing windows for over 50 years all over the state of Florida. Those Impact Windows, they are affordable, they're energy efficient, and they come with a double lifetime warranty. When you sell your home, that warranty transfers. That increases the value of your home, and it gives you that peace of mind that you're better protected during hurricane season. Financing options are available, including 0% for 4 years, but you can get started by getting a free quote and registering to win $15,000 in free windows, and you do that all in one move. You pick up your phone, you text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129 for Reese Windows.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of over 40 Greenway dealerships vying for your car when you trade it in at Greenway Kia. When dealerships compete, you win. We're offering as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book for your trade. Curious what your trade's worth? Check it out now at greenwaykias.com. We want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, with 3 area locations to serve you.
All factory new-based dealer, negative equity refinanced. Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I love that feeling I get when I do a friend or a family member a solid. And I feel like telling people about Life Imaging FLA is that solid that you can do for somebody. Because man, when I told my in-laws about this and they went to get the scan, I was like, look guys, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. You don't have to take your clothes off. There are going to be no injections, no dyes, nothing like this. The entire process is going to take no time at all, and it's going to change your life. And I will tell you, standing next to my wife, when her mom called to let her know that their scans were perfectly clean, everything was fine, you could feel that pressure. You could just feel that lift. That's what Life Imaging FLA is all about. And if you want that peace of mind that comes with knowing inside everything's fine, get with these guys. It's easy to make your appointment. Be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. It is time to take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies.
Oh my God! Skull Mike Squad! YouTube, baby! YouTube, welcome back! Sorry I missed your return. 1 minute and 30 seconds, folks. We're coming back in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I also want to ask you, to prime you for the next segment, do you watch Tuby at all? Tuby, T-U-B-I. Do you watch Tuby? And if you do, have you seen any of the slop movies? Like these weird, bizarre-ass movies, low-budget, weirdo movies that are all over Tuby? Because we got to talk about Tuby slop. We have to talk about Tuby slop. So let me know if you've seen any of that, okay? That's what we're talking about in just a moment here. All right, we're coming back now.
Right where it belongs.
Picking up Oscar. Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
This is going to be an episode you can't miss. Deepak Chopra dropped some mind-blowing wisdom on Purpose with Jay Shetty. And I got to be honest, it might change the way you think. Plus, Julianne Hough spills iconic advice she got from the one and only Dolly Parton on Post Run High. Plus, Clay Matthews joins Lots to Say, and he's got a lot to say about beekeeping. Yeah, you heard that right.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the...
Shanae? Hello, Shanae. Thank you. Shouts out to you. And B. Severn, thank you for jumping on board. Unlock secret shows or gift some subs. One gifted sub is one magnet, and you could do that by clicking the gift icon on thenewsjunkie.com. We'll go to your dispatches in a moment, but I want to talk with you guys about something in particular. Sabrina and Celine, I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but it's definitely a discussion worth having at some point. And that is Tuby slop. Tuby slop. Tuby slop is the most interesting phenomenon in the world right now, and nobody is talking about it. Now, you know what Tuby is. I know you've watched it. You've talked about Tuby before, Sabrina.
Yes. So we were talking about the streaming service Tuby.
Yeah, the streaming service, which, was that where they did the Super Bowl?
No, it was something. Oh,
Which
I guess
one
it was Super Bowl.
I think they might have streamed the Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Maybe just the halftime show? But I'm very familiar with Tuby.
No, they streamed the Super Bowl. Super Bowl LIX Licks on Tuby on February 9th of this year. So Tuby is this streaming platform where it's known for being free.
Ooh, next one is Lixie.
They have a wide variety of offerings on Tuby. You can find a lot of good movies on there, and then they put commercials in them and stuff. But the idea is combating Netflix, combating the ever-creeping subscription offerings from everybody on the planet, combating Peacock and all those. You have Tuby, and Tuby is free, and there is a lot of stuff on there. But with that comes the content rush, where Tuby tries to get all of the stuff that they possibly can on their platform, and they end up with some real weird content. Like, here's an example. This is starting to go viral, people pointing out the stuff on Tuby. And
I do remember seeing this. Mm-hmm.
This one, you know there's a problem, folks. Here's the giveaway. When a movie is only an hour and 8 minutes long, you know there's a problem. This one's called The Grinch That Stole Bitches. And it says, the Grinch has to settle the score with Santa, so he decides to take a different and naughtier approach.
Please tell me that The Grinch That Stole Bitches is like in a Sushin rhyming cadence.
I mean, it's also the same description of a porn someone has watched.
Yeah, for sure. The Grinch That Stole Bitches is one of them. There's more. This is a Toy Story knockoff, the Compton story. Some of these can't be real. The Easter Bunny Massacre, Perk 3, Clownado, the Hungover Games. There are a lot of offerings here.
But this is where movies go to die if they were already set to die.
This is where they pick up just anything, really low budget stuff. Somebody was making this scene. How many views does this have? 5.3 million views on X. And this is from one of these
probably
Tuby
more
movies.
views than it has on Tuby.
And it's so low. It's so low rent, man. All right, here's the scene.
I'm just a kid.
Okay. The effects, you can't hear anything they're saying.
I'm just a kid, and shoots him in the head.
The effects are all over the place. The shooting effects are not hitting the people. Worse, maybe. Like, look at the blasts. The blasts aren't anywhere near the people they were aiming for. Like, you can see in the frame.
Low budge.
Where they put, let me see if I can get it on the actual moment, where they put the blast, right there.
Yep. Which, by the way, that 9mm also has the flamethrower.
Yeah, that's a fire.
This doesn't make any sense. These are all low budget. And then the little kid goes, I'm just a kid. And then the person shoots the kid in the movie. It's just, wow. Yeah, there are all these really low rent movies on Tuby. And if you've seen any of them, I want to hear from you. Please tell us. Get us ahead of these, because I think there's an appetite for this kind of content and people want to watch it. So let us know what you think. Tanya says, that's just horrible but hilarious at the same time. But Tanya, could you watch a full movie? Could you watch an hour and 8 minutes? It's not really a full movie of The Grinch That Stole Bitchmas, or whatever the thing was called. The Grinch That Stole Bitches. Could you watch the whole thing for the cringe factor and the slop factor, or could you not get through the whole thing?
I mean, I'm about it. I love cringe movies, but I think it's even better when you have a group of people sing it for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, now I'm blanking, but there was one around Christmas time that my friend Lorraine gathered 5 of us to go watch this movie. Was at least with the poster, about 2 dogs that bring together a couple.
All right.
But then it turns into the dogs are featured for about 2 minutes, and the dialogue is a masterpiece.
Guys, The Grinch That Stole Bitches trailer is hilarious.
We'll play it.
I can't. It's got cursing in it.
Oh, is it worth us editing?
The green version of it or
Maybe
something?
this was not something that had a green band trailer.
Never know.
Is it visually stuff that you can't stream, or is it just curse words that are in it?
It's just curse words. The version I'm looking at is sideways for whatever reason. Like, this is how low budget it is. They have an actual trailer, but on Instagram it's posted sideways, not vertical. Sideways.
So you'd have to turn your head.
That's what I've been doing.
to the side like this.
And everyone can do that. We have necks.
Watching them steal the bitches.
I, for some reason, like these train wreck movies, like almost the Hallmark level, but even like a bad Hallmark movie, where it seems like they had 2 days to film it, and they went full on wacky, and they released something. It is something to behold. What do you think? And have you seen any of these? Reach out, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or send us a dispatch. I guess we have a moment here that's starting to make the rounds, where a reporter asked the White House if they were going to force the Redskins to change their name back, force them to change it back to the Redskins because
can you
woke
do
is
that?
Dead? No, I don't think so. But let's see what they said. I don't know if it's being wrongly titled.
You said when you came in, you were going to make Washington, D.C. great again. Right. One of the issues we've got right now is we understand there might be an imminent deal between the owner of the Washington football team, whatever you want to call them now, Commanders, and locally in getting the Redskins back to D.C. and RFK Stadium. That's on federal property. Right. Are you going to be involved in that negotiation? Yeah. And would one of the stipulations be...
He says, yeah. I wonder if he has any idea what this guy's talking about. It's like, are you going to be involved in that negotiation? Yes, I will.
Change the name back to that Redskins.
Oh, I see. Well, that's a little bit, nobody's asked me that one.
Oh, what's he going to say? Hang on, let me pump this up so everybody can hear it a little bit better. He said, are you going to change the name back to the Redskins? What a move. Let's see. Here we go.
D.C. and RFK Stadium. That's on federal property. Right. Are you going to be involved in that negotiation? Yeah. And would one of the stipulations be they change their name back to that Redskins?
Oh, I see. Well, that's a little bit, nobody's asked me that one. Look, I think when the Indian population is a great part of this country, great heritage. And we were talking about Massapequa, Long Island, the Chiefs, they call themselves the Chiefs. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're not changing their name. A great team, great people, great owners, great coach, and quarterback. I love the quarterback, like his girlfriend, too, and his wife.
Really?
His wife is...
Wait, hold on. Did he say, I like the quarterback and his girlfriend, too, and his wife?
I think he maybe forgot they were married for a second there.
I guess so, because he's like, I love the quarterback.
He just threw him under the bus.
Love his girlfriend, his wife too. His wife's fantastic.
Quarterback, I love the quarterback, like his girlfriend too, and his wife. His wife is great. She's been a big fan. His quarterback's mother is incredible. I like that team. They're called the Chiefs.
They're talking about Mahomes, right?
Yeah,
They're called
you have
the
to say
Chiefs.
his name, right? Just call him the quarterback.
He's talking about Mahomes. I don't know if he remembers his name.
Frankly, I see nothing wrong with it. They call them the Warriors, and not that team, but a lot of other teams, and all of these Indian surnames and different names. And I'm saying that I think that's a positive thing. And when you go back to Indians, they told us they don't know why these names are being taken off. They're trying to. I think it's degrading to the Indian population, and it's a great population, and they like when they're called by various names. Now,
so he hasn't said whether or not he's going to push for this to happen. I don't think that he would have any control over that whatsoever.
So, okay. The Indians, like Native Americans, the Indians like the team names, and they don't know why their names are being taken off the team names. Meanwhile, we have to restore Mount McKinley.
We don't want those Indian names.
Yeah, it seems like mixed messaging.
Yeah. He didn't really weigh in one way or the other. Maybe he got further into it there, but. There you go. They're talking about the Redskins, which aren't the Redskins anymore. They had the biggest balls when they were just the Washington football team, because that is hilarious to me. That is something else to behold. And then they changed to the Commanders, right? And that's the new name that they have. But I seriously doubt they would go back to the Redskins. I just don't think that would happen.
And I can't remember if it was during the Washington football team era or later on with the Commanders. It might be football team because they were saying Washington more. Yeah. When they printed like a mug or some sort of team memorabilia that had the outline of the state of Washington rather than Washington, D.C.
Yeah, which is a bit of a mistake. I can understand it.
But it made it to the shelves.
Yeah, you got to stay away from that. Okay, still got this city councilman explosion, which is a pretty crazy moment that I do want to get into. And we got a bunch to touch on in jury duty. Maybe now is a good time to work in a few dispatches. There are some people joining us, and let's see what they have to say. Here is some people trying to make bad jokes. Some people saying stuff we can't say on the air. I'm going through these. Here is Dan the plumber with a dispatch for us.
Hey, junkies. Happy Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the days. Love you guys. Love the show. Just got to say, man, Watson for president 2028. No. I'll be writing you in. They say we vote with our wallets. And with that plan, I'll be doing all right. I've been with my wife for almost 13 years now. Married for 8, April 1st. And we have 4 kids.
Good for you.
We get no government assistance, work our butts off. And it's very stressful and hard.
20 grand.
Yeah, that could have been big money for you. You just left it on the table there. He says, anyways, Watson for president 2028. No, please, no, never, no. Would get the lastest of places if that was ever to occur. But he said, vote with your wallet, which reminds me of something that seems very unrelated. I loved this post. It's one of the most popular posts in the last 3 or 4 days on Twitter/X. And it's so true. So true. And there's going to be some strays amongst us here when we think about this particular post. I think C-Lane will take a stray here for sure. This woman posted this. She says, I bought my husband a new wallet probably 5 months ago. He has no desire to switch over to it yet. The left is his current wallet, and it's this beat up, been through the ringer, been destroyed wallet. And the right one is the wallet that she has purchased for him. My dad has done the same thing, she says. Men, is this a universal thing? Do you have a hard time giving up the old, faithful, falling apart wallet? The reason why this has 9.6 million views is because this is definitely a thing. This is a thing. There's a thing with guys where you stick with your wallet no matter what it's been through. C-Lane used to have the most ridiculous Seinfeld-like wallet I've ever seen in my life. It was so thick. I don't know how he ever sat down on the thing.
It was never that thick.
It was, too.
It was never that thick.
Pull it out right now. I know
I have
you
a different
thinned
wallet
it.
now.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Less thick.
Okay, it's thinner, but
No, it was a thick wallet. But
it
that
was big before.
back in the day. And I think just like we are going to see as professionals who use headphones every day, men who have that thick of wallet, there's just going to be an indent.
Yeah.
Where it lays forever.
It can't be good for you. You're throwing your whole body off when you're sitting down all day long.
Unless you get too thick wallets.
And guys will not get rid of these things. I have this tiny little wallet, which just holds the bare necessities. I don't need to sing the song for you. You know it.
No, sing it.
And it's got just a couple of things in it. And it's a money clip, basically, like a leather money clip. And I put that in my front pocket, and that's what I use. And I could update it. I could get a fancier one. It is a pretty nice, decent one, even though it should cost $2. It is a fancy brand. And I could change it out, but I'm fine with it. But
what brand is it?
It doesn't matter. Guys are like this. Guys will go, this is the wallet I have, and you pry it from my cold, dead hands. Big old fat Costanza wallets. So, gentlemen, let's see them. Photo dispatch your wallet over.
Yeah.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com.
You're going to have a lot of
penis
penis pictures.
There's going to be some whoppers, but not penis pictures. And this is a thing among all guys, really. You just hold on to the damn thing forever. So let us see your ridiculous wallet. Send a photo dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, as I said, we're going to do jury duty. An Alabama death row inmate with a very unusual request. What are they saying? Somebody with a very specific job that has been arrested, and that city councilman with a meltdown that we need to hear together. All coming up next in jury duty, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA.
The next generation of football stars will be introduced tonight when the NFL Draft kicks off in Green Bay. Tennessee has the first overall pick. Florida men's basketball is adding a sharpshooter through the transfer portal. A.J. Brown shot 39% from behind the arc last season at Ohio U. And Game 2 of the Lightning-Panthers playoff series is set to roll tonight in Tampa. The Bolts are in an 0-1 hole after their usually reliable penalty kill failed. I'm Scott Davidson.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This Mother's Day, raise a toast to your mom with a cocktail made from her own Bartesian, the sleek cocktail maker that crafts premium drinks at the touch of a button. With no measuring, no mess, and 60 cocktails to choose from, she can enjoy her favorites anytime in under 30 seconds. That's Bartesian. Get $50 off now through Mother's Day at Bartesian.com/mom. That's BARTESIAN.com/mom.
One of the dangers of buying a lab-grown diamond versus a natural diamond is you could be paying way too much.
Somebody is getting a product for $6,000 and they sell it for $55,000. That's a sin. That's a crime as far as I'm concerned.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire says lab-grown diamonds are being marketed as less expensive alternatives, but the truth is their inherent value is dropping fast due to mass production.
You go try to sell that man-grown diamond back to the market, nobody wants it. There's no market for it.
Keith says just be careful. You need to get all the facts before you take a shortcut that you could regret down the road if the trend continues.
What you're buying is a throwaway diamond as far as I'm concerned. The fish tanks are waiting and they're going to be filled.
At International Diamond Center, we're proud to say all of our diamonds come from Mother Earth and took millions of years to make and are real, rare, precious, and ethically sourced. International Diamond Center, helping people navigate the diamond industry for more than 40 years.
When he presents that to his future fiancée, you want him to be proud.
Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. When dining out or shopping at the grocery store, ask for sustainable seafood. By choosing sustainable seafood, you can help reduce overfishing, bycatch, loss of top predators, illegal fishing, and other harmful environmental impacts. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/earth.
What is the cost of doing nothing?
Hello? Hello. Two stories. One says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth recently ordered modifications to a room next to the Pentagon press briefing room to retrofit it with a makeup studio. So Hegseth ordered a makeup studio. Second story says, Pete Hegseth denies having a makeup studio. Does he have a makeup studio or not, is one question. And then the real thing is, they're just trying, this is like mainstream outlets like CBS, trying to hit him with, Pete Hegseth with the, like, he's got a makeup studio, he's gay. That's what the rib is. That's what they're going for, right? Because otherwise no one cares. But it's like, I'm sorry, do you need a makeup studio? That's the line, that's the insult. Which I don't know if they would have done that if it was Pete Buttigieg, right? Oh, Pete, did you get a makeup studio? Well, that's mighty gay. Uh-oh. Whoops. You'd run into that, right? Is there any shame in having a makeup studio for men who go on TV? Or do you hate Hegseth? You're like, stupid makeup studio. The problem is Hegseth can't come out and be like, I did build a makeup studio, because then his fans on the far right will be like, what? Hold on. A makeup studio? We're coming back.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Divorce changes your life and your children's lives. Whether that change is good or bad depends to a great extent upon the attorney you choose. So interview more than one attorney and ask about experience, specifically trial experience. And oh, by the way, be sure to include Cordell and Cordell in those interviews.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell and Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Announcer is not a licensed attorney.
Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Talking about what's trending. This is the News Junkie, Sean Wasson. This is the News Junkie.
And wait till you hear this rant from this councilman. Celine, you got that censored, right? I think you said you did.
I'm working on it.
Okay, good, cool. Yeah, I mean, it was a very fast turnaround. I don't
Back
expect
up,
that you
dude.
would have. I'm sorry. I apologize. First of all, I generally, when I need something censored on the show, we're about to get into a segment like this, I'll throw it through this AI tool that we have, and it censors all the curse words. You put like a curse list, and it censors all those words. I put this guy's rant in the AI thing, and then it just censored like every other word.
Perfect.
Which it kind of made it seem like it kind of made it seem like the unnecessary censorship bit that one of the late night guys does. It was a little too much, but we will play that in all its glory here in just a bit in Jury Duty. The guys who I was talking about with wallets, I said, guys, hang on to wallets way too long. A lot of you sent the photo dispatches in. DJ Rage, yours is not too bad. Slimline, looking good. Quantum Tantrum, you got Bluey on this beat-up-ass wallet you got. This one doesn't even look like a wallet from ex-swimmer. That's an air tag on it. That's smart. That makes sense. BDMP,
Whoa,
my
buddy.
God. What happened, dude?
The steering wheel matches.
It's real rough off, this thing. It says, a dog I lost a few years ago chewed on my wallet. Hard to give it up. Oh, now I feel bad, but only a little bit. A lot of you just sending in what your wallets look like at the moment. Guys will hold on to a wallet when they have a brand new one to replace it with, like it ain't nothing, man. But many of you are on the same path that I am with the real slimline wallet, which will save your ass. Literally. It will literally save your ass if you're into that kind of thing. So let us know. All right, now it's time to get into it. Here we go. let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty, brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or you can go to the website, which is justcallmo.com. If you get into an accident, the bottom line is there's lots of attorneys out there all making noise, and they got billboards and all that, but you know Mo, you've heard him on the show, and it's time to go to the website, justcallmo.com, justcallmo.com.
Bro.
Okay, let's see. I'll get to these other stories so Sealand has some time for the city councilman dude and the censorship there. Alabama death row inmate is asking something. This Alabama death row inmate has a request, and it's a strange one. I will tell you, it's very bizarre. From the Associated Press, a man on Alabama's death row wants his execution to go forward this week, he says. He believes in an eye for an eye. He says, the reason I dropped my appeals is I'm guilty of murder. I'm a firm believer in, like I said in court, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Okay.
I took a life, so mine was forfeited. I don't believe in sitting here and wasting everybody's time and everybody's money. My God, that's efficiency right there. This guy goes, all right, I did it. I deserve the death penalty. Let's get it on. Let's move.
How long has he been waiting for the death penalty?
He was condemned to die for the 2010 killing of Tracy Lynn Brown.
They did kind of speed that up if you think about it.
It said prosecutors claim Osgood, that's his name, James Osgood, cut her throat after he and his girlfriend sexually assaulted her. Yeah, I agree with him. Let's hurry it up. Osgood told the AP that he wants to apologize to Brown's family and to his own, but he realizes the words are inadequate. He said, I'd like to say to the victim's family, I apologize. I'm not going to ask their forgiveness because I know they can't forgive it, but I want to expedite the whole process. Got to salute that. Meanwhile, somebody else getting in some trouble. A TikTok astrologer has been arrested. Why? Well, there's somebody by the name of John Mo the. That's the TikToker's name. He has a following on TikTok of more than 300,000 people. And he released a TikTok, put one out, that said a very strong earthquake would hit every city in Myanmar in 12 days' time. The prediction went viral, and it spread panic throughout the country. And because of this, they said, arrest his ass. And I'll tell you, we can't let this kind of thought process spill over to the United States of America. Because if so, our friend Frankie McDonald is in trouble.
Well, he's being helpful.
But he predicts earthquakes and stuff all the time. He'll be like, I predict an earthquake, and he'll do a whole
that's
thing.
not how Frankie McDonald sounds, Sean.
Frankie McDonald. Hang on. Let me bring him up.
Yeah.
Frankie.
No, do it.
Donald. I'm not going to be able to do this.
This is Frankie McDonald.
Now we're talking.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Frankie.
birthday, Frankie McDonald. Let's see. I'll get one of his classics. Oh, he's talking about his birthday right here.
Birthday is on Thursday. Hey, everybody. Breaking news. My birthday is on Thursday, April 24, 2025. I'll be having my birthday on Thursday, April 24, 2025.
Okay.
I'm Frank Dowd.
I like the
That's when I think I know him. He does that.
I like the accent because it was dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air.
I'm Frank Dowd.
All right, that's the end. I love him. But he does that sometimes. He'll say there's an earthquake that's going to come to this place, and he'll throw it out there. And if he's not right, it could cause some panic. In fact, this is what happens after the earthquake sometimes. Frankie McDonald is in a tough spot because people blame stuff on him sometimes, and they has to release videos like this.
I did not cause a 6.2 magnitude earthquake near Istanbul, Turkey at all. From Frank Dowd.
All right. He says, I did not cause the earthquake in Turkey.
Covering his tracks.
Because people blame it on him. And he did that right after he posted about it. So he posted 6.2 magnitude earthquake just struck near Istanbul, Turkey. And then I wasn't responsible. And then every time he posts a photo with a fan, Frankie McDonald, the people always give him crap. So here he is. It says, a few of my fans just got in a picture taken with me, and here it is. And Frankie McDonald shows the fans with him. There's two ladies alongside Frankie McDonald. And then he has to comment, they are well over 20 years old, because every photo that he posts, people will be like, whoa, Frankie, looking a bit young there. Knocking them down, aren't you, Frank? Frankie made sweet, beautiful love to both of them at the same time. On and on they go, because you people, some of you are meano in the comments. Please don't do that. Celie, do I have this video censored?
Not yet, no.
No, son
Stop
of a bitch.
pressuring him. He's
you want
trying.
the news version that's already censored? It's got news people in it.
I know. Well, then you've done all that work already. I don't want to.
I haven't done any work. This has been a very annoying video.
Oh, okay. I say news people, yeah.
Hang on. Let's go to the news people. Let's go to it. This is the story about the city councilman at public meeting. He dared the public to take him on. And here's WXYZ. All right, they got it right here. And let's see the report on this. Just give me a second. This is a Highland Park, Michigan.
Highland Park City Councilman back in the hot seat. Thank you for staying with us, and we're so glad you're here. I'm Simon Shaquette.
And I'm Glenda Lewis. The councilman going on a profanity-laced rant last night during a council meeting and then vowing to take revenge.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and I love a good fight. So pardon my language.
As I've reported, Councilman Khurshid Asher was previously arrested after crashing his car while allegedly driving on a suspended license, and he faced criticism for another police encounter.
So he got in trouble because he had a drunk driving charge, and then people were saying, you should step down. And the guy's like, I love a good effing fight. You can't take me down.
Okay.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying.
That's where officers say he was making racially insensitive comments. Now he's once again being called out by Highland Park citizens.
For those of you who know this Gemini sitting up here, you know they didn't do nothing but pour gasoline on an already enraged inferno.
In part of a lengthy Highland Park City Council meeting on Monday night,
and I love a good fight.
Councilman Khurshid Ashafi trashing the city's police and refusing to step down from his job. His verbal attack
seems like a nice
leaving
guy.
Citizens who asked him to step down outraged.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. You want me to move? Come move me. I'm sitting right here.
This is what we're at now. Like, it used to be that politicians would get in trouble and then they'd go, I'm going to
They would
take
step
some time.
down in disgrace.
I apologize. Their wife would be right next to them.
I'm going to spend some time with my family. I want to reflect.
Rehab.
Yeah, I might take some time in rehab. And now it's like, come get me.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Brought his job from my cold, dead hands.
And you know how unexpected this was for this particular council meeting because the only camera they have is above everyone's head in the random corner.
They said there was a smell of alcohol on him and he was slurring his speech. He was drunk when this happened. Oh, is this the full rant or is this another report?
No, they also have body cam footage of
now to a story you'll only
what led to this.
All right. This is the body cam. Is that censored?
I would hope so.
I don't like Nazi bags. I don't like
Yeah. I didn't hear him. It's very short. There's only 3 seconds.
I don't like Nazi bags.
Oh, I don't like white Nazis with badges, he said to the police officer. That was the clip. They only gave us 3 seconds. This is why C-Lane didn't censor it. They didn't even want to censor it. They only censored 3 seconds of the clip. Good God.
They got they got to the nuts right there, the white Nazi part.
That was the part. That was the part they were looking for. All right, so there he is. That's jury duty today. Thank you, friends. Love you. Appreciate you.
Good times.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I called it. A big breakthrough is happening in the science world, and I've been waiting for this. So we'll talk about that, what's happening there. Kanye West's neighbors are joining in. And then a woman who's trying to cross a boundary that you wouldn't think would be possible. But all of that will be explained before the end of the show today in our final hour. And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your ride right now is a smooth and safe one on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Seems like we're incident-free east and westbound on I-4 at this time, and the same does go for Colonial Drive and the Beach Line. East and west of the 408 is also moving along fine. Thankfully, north and south of the Turnpike is clear, as well as the Greenway and the 429 toll. Thankfully, no issues on OBT or John Young Parkway right now either. Our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction,
free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Look, we get it. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy rant tacos and that suspiciously overpriced coffee you keep pretending is an experience. Win a cool $1,000 just for listening to us. That's $1,000 in your hand. Real money. Cold, hard cash. Use it to pay bills or blow it on something completely irresponsible. Hey, we don't judge. We just give you $1,000 and let you make bad decisions. Listen to win or don't, but then you'll be broke and bored. 13 keywords a day. Enter them at realradio.fm, and because you need to hear this, answer your phone if we call on Real Radio 104.1, where your poor life choices start with us. This national contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay.
How we doing? Final hour of the show. I hope you're well. Keep doing those keywords, by the way. We had another winner, I think, earlier today. We got like 7 winners total. And it is so easy for you to do. So every time you hear the keyword, just make sure you're doing what they tell you to do, okay? And I know you guys post them in chat. That's very helpful for everybody who's trying to win $1,000. I don't blame you. Who wouldn't want $1,000, right? Congrats to everybody who's won. Okay, we're coming back.
Locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. And you can get a single line for just $45 a month when you switch and bring your phone. That's our best price ever on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees, guaranteed for 3 years. Because at Verizon, we got you. Visit your local Orlando Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
WESH 2 News Sunrise, starting at 4:30 a.m.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN, GREEN, GREEN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Hanging out with us, we do appreciate it. You can join us on the show with a dispatch at any time. Send yours right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. I think a couple of people now have emailed this to me at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. A few people have emailed this, and at first I thought it was fake, but it seems to be the real deal. I'm going to pull up a story to show you in just a second here. But there's also like promo stuff with this and everything. I guess the event has already sold out, but there's a sperm race that is coming up before too long.
How do you even know who's winning?
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
I think there's a lot of other creative titles we can come up with. Give me a second, please.
This is one of the stories about this. This says sticky situation.
All right.
Sperm race switches venue after tickets sell out. So, like, they already have sold out. And there's a bunch of people who I guess are already involved in this.
Okay.
Hang on. The newest gambling event. Oh, you can bet on this. This is real. LA's newest gambling event, live sperm racing, this says. A fertility startup raised $1.5 million to stage an event at the Hollywood Palladium in Los Angeles this month. And they got photos of these two young guys, and it says live sperm racing.
Two students from rival California universities will provide the samples.
Oh, is that right?
That's the showdown. Yeah, this says a new competition is headed for one of Los Angeles' most well-known arenas, complete with a live stream, stats, leaderboards, instant replays, and betting galore.
Instant replay?
You need a microscope to see the competitors. It might come as a little surprise to many that the organizers of what is billed as the world's first competitive sperm race are teenagers. A startup called Sperm Racing, run by 4 teenage entrepreneurs from the U.S., said they would raise some money for this. Eric Zhu, the company's 17-year-old co-founder, is he even allowed to participate?
Zoo with the goo.
They said there's a racetrack. How does this work? There's the inaugural event.
Last time I tried that at a racetrack, I got banned from the gas station.
The inaugural event would pit samples taken from 2 healthy young university students against each other on a racetrack 8 inches long and modeled on the female reproductive system.
Uh-huh.
So
it's like a skeet heat.
Yes, in ways, yes. 2 students from rival universities, University of Southern California and the University of California, Los Angeles, were found to have matching biomarkers and selected to take part. Once the samples are taken, so they got to get the samples first, they put the samples in a pipette and they inject it into a microfluid device in the center of the Palladium, a famed concert venue.
A batch match.
A live video feed magnified 40 times to display the sperm.
Y'all need to go touch grass. Why are we doing this?
This
go
is
smoke weed and 4 Locos. What the hell are we doing?
Look at the track. Put them on there. And then you see them like squirming to get to the finish line. They said they'll have play-by-play commentary.
This is something.
Instant replays and leaderboards to determine who is the best. And we're talking about the topic that nobody wants to discuss, they say.
Oh, I want to discuss it. There are 15 titles I could not say on the air.
Is this the promo for it?
Oh,
this is the promo for
everything big. Always starts small.
Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle.
This is the world's first ever sperm race.
On my birthday. Damn it.
This is Asher from UCLA versus Tristan from USC. Two legends.
Wait, how are they legends? We haven't even done this yet.
They've been training their sperm.
And what happens if I participate? Like, do I not have
Maybe
a shot?
They have, like, for the older people.
Would it be the equivalent of me racing Usain Bolt if there was one of these young guys put his against mine?
You know when you play like 4-player Mario Kart and there's always one person that gets lapped? You know,
4-play or Mario Kart.
This is real. This is the real thing. And they're showing these young guys like slamming milk. And I hope
are you sure that milk? Yeah.
I hope so. And they're getting ready for the fight like it's a boxing match.
USC, two legends, one microscopic racetrack. The battle for whose sperm is the healthiest, the fastest, and the tastiest.
What? What?
And with that, I'm out. What do you mean?
How?
This is a joke.
No, this is real.
There's a budget because this trailer is high production.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it's
just
quality.
like the competitor.
And they said Nucleus, the company behind this, got $1.5 million to stage this. But the taste part is very surprising.
The female's no longer the future. I guess it's just taste testers.
That's another question, Sabrina. Are women going to watch this? Or is this just a bunch of dudes?
I don't know. I certainly don't really have interest, but I can't speak for all the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be pretty interesting if it's just a bunch of dudes watching sperm races.
But
that's the stuff, locker room, right? Or something like that.
I don't know that I am the client for this, but I'm curious. I would maybe watch the first one, but I can't see being like a fan, you know? Like you're at a bar somewhere and some guy's like, you think Tristan's going to win? Tristan doesn't have a shot in hell of beating Jacob. Jacob has the best swimmers that I've ever seen in my life. He's literally going to stomp the floor with him. I can't see myself doing that. Like, go, like rooting him on. I don't know how this is going to go over here.
Whose swimmers will win the race? USC versus UCLA.
Oh my God, look at the logo. It's dripping.
Guys are so obsessed with that. Gross.
Guys, ladies, everybody, will you watch? Will you watch this? Or is it not for you? Okay? Sperm racing is now going to be a thing. I don't know if it's going to be a huge success or if people are going to watch this at all, but it's new. It's different.
It's something.
It's something.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
You can bet on Polymarket.
Can you? Can you see how much people are betting so far?
Let me see here.
All right.
There's a really good headline about this from Corsair Online.
What's it say?
Get a load of this.
I see.
All right, here it is. Here's the Polymarket on this. There is some betting. $129,000 has been bet on these two guys who are battling it out in the arena with their swimmers to see who's going to win.
An entire arena? Is that necessary?
An entire arena. They said it's sold out, so they switched to a bigger venue.
Okay.
The people
That's
are into
with
this.
their time.
I don't know if it's going to be the next NFL, but here we go.
What are the names of the
competitors?
Yeah, but I wanted to play on
Tristan.
words. I know.
Asher?
Tristan and Asher. Yeah. Tristan and Asher are the two competitors.
Well, good luck, gentlemen.
And Tristan is the favorite as of right now. He's got a 51% chance of winning, according to the Polymarket bets on this one.
And how many bros are lined up to be the taste testers?
I don't know, and they haven't clarified. Hold on. Do they have an official website? I hesitate to Google this at all.
I'll do it for sure.
They do.
College boys racing naked.
They do. It's spermracing.com. And, buy tickets now. Let's see. Selling fast. The tickets are selling fast. I'm looking at them and go on the website. Students get in with a valid student ID for $20. General admission is
VIP,
$40.
$1,000. What do you get for VIP?
Remember when we went to college parties and just got blacked out drunk?
Not anymore.
No, I guess we're going to a stadium to see people.
It's $999.99. It says, witness the first live race of its type where science meets sport. It's an 18-plus event. They talk about the main event and the halftime. There's a halftime show. Okay. And what does VIP get? It doesn't really stipulate what they get here.
You get a fun prize at the end, a to-go box or cup.
Is that the taster? Is
VIP,
the VIP
bag
person
is real weird.
Taster. The website doesn't have too much more than that. It's April 25th. Whoa, hold on. It's tomorrow?
Yes, that's what I said on my birthday.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Awful. That was my idea.
Oh, okay. All right. It's tomorrow that this is going down. And so maybe it's not during the show, but we can have some coverage of
I'm
it.
okay. Yeah.
And afterwards.
Maybe that's something for after.
Well, this is a good thing. This is to draw attention to fertility issues among men. And that's something that a lot of guys don't want to talk about. It seems like
so they're going to waste sperm on a race, and you have to pay $200 to go see it.
Starting a conversation. This says,
please don't ruin my birthday.
We're turning health into a sport. It says we're turning health into a sport. We're building the first ever racetrack for this. Here's how the race works. We've designed a microscopic racetrack that mimics the reproductive system, chemical signals, fluid dynamics, and synchronized starts. High-resolution cameras track every single move. It's all live streamed. The winner is the one that crosses the finish line first, verified by advanced imaging. The stakes have never been smaller or bigger, they said. And this is the next big thing. So, wow. Okay. 2 legends, 1 microscopic racetrack, and it's all going down in Los Angeles. Will you watch is the question. Let us know. No. And send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's work in some of these dispatches. Here
they could have such a fun name for the Octagon.
Yeah.
What would it be?
I can't say.
I had to come up with so many. I heard that. So you really got to be careful. My God.
It could have been.
Well, in that case.
It could have been that. Yeah. There's a lot of different names that you could have used. We're going to go over to Popcorn Fart with the dispatch.
Anymore.
Right now, this is a very serious show, folks.
Yoski Chodes, quick check-in about this sperm race.
Maybe, yeah.
All jokes aside, I'm having just kind of recently dipped my toe in the waters of online betting, as we've got a handful of the apps available here in Tennessee where I'm at. I'm all for it. I'm definitely pulling for the guy with the longest odds. I'm in it for a load of money. Am I right? Tip your wanker.
All right, we're going to hit the brakes on this, folks. You had your fun.
You did
we have to be very serious about things. It's a very serious thing, and only serious commentary is welcome. Send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Okay, lots of wallets coming in, but I think we've kind of done that. We've done that to what we want to do. I teased that there was a big breakthrough on the way, and I called this. I've been all over this. I've been at the forefront of this. Nobody is talking about this. But to me, it's one of the big breakthroughs I'm waiting for. Nuclear fusion. That would be very cool. And we would have the cleanest energy you could ever think of. We'd have small little energy generators. That would be great. And this, speaking with animals, conversation, communication with the animal world. It's going to be possible, I believe, in our lifetime. And now a doctor named Peter Diamandis says they are very close to decoding dolphin speech using AI. He says, if we do, we are opening a new chapter in understanding animal intelligence that's never been achieved before. Huh. And he posts this thing, which is from Google. It's called Dolphin Gemma, how Google AI is helping decode dolphin communication. And it's the real deal. Let's see what they say here.
I've been waiting for this for 40 years.
You've been
the niece
studying
has
dolphins.
the world's largest collection of dolphin vocalizations.
That's
I'm a research scientist at Google DeepMind. Dolphin Gemma is the first LLM trained to try to understand dolphin language.
Nice.
Dolphin Gemma will input sounds.
Once a dolphin starts doing a vocalization like a whistle, it can try to complete the end of it.
When you're doing a Google search, right, it's finishing your sentence, right?
So what this will do is you have this underwater, and it would hear what the dolphin was saying noise-wise, and then you could even, ideally, then put in your own words and communicate back to the dolphin. The biggest breakthrough of our times, probably. Bigger than AI. Well, AI is what it takes to get there usually. Bigger than the internet and all these other things. We'll be communicating with our fellow creatures on planet Earth.
What if they end up very racist or something?
They could be. There's no telling. We've never talked with them before. But if we could, how cool would that be? What if you could sit down and have a conversation with Carl?
I do it all the time.
A real one, though. You'd go, Carl, tell me about your life. What do you like? What do you not like? What can I do for you? How can I get you to do this instead of this? Like all the things that have ever been on your mind. You could go, Carl, here's what I want from you. What do you want from me? And then you speak with your pet like that.
I mean,
wow.
I would be up for it. But of course, back in my head, I'm like, how much judgment is this dog about to lay upon me?
That would be a crazy
lot of
thing.
Observation without saying a word.
You might have pet owners across the globe turning their pets into the pound because they found out when they finally talked to their dog that their dog hated them secretly the whole time. The dog was sitting there.
Kill them?
The dog's like, finally, no, they bring him in so that somebody else can have his stupid dog. Doesn't like me, doesn't want to be with me. I would love to talk with Lady. I bet you would love to talk with your pet too. And they are literally on the cusp of breaking down that communication barrier.
What two different stories we had.
I know.
But all breaking barriers, I suppose.
The show is a wild ride at all times. That's what we do it for. I also wanted to read this. Seth emails the show, and Seth says about those Tuby slop movies that you were talking about. Tuby is the free television and movie platform that had the Super Bowl. And I said they have all these movies that are so low budget, and it's like content slop. And Seth says, I recently watched something called the Inappropriate movie on Tuby. It's all these short sketches that have no real connection. Some are good, like Black Jackass. Most are bad. The oddest part is it was directed by the ShamWow guy.
What? Okay. Subscribed.
These Tuby movies are
Didn't
going
he
to get
have
attention.
some problematic things?
Yeah.
He got into a fight with a hooker, if you consider that problematic. Yes, there was that.
And
I think
then
maybe,
he went on to direct these movies?
And then, he's been into the movie world. He did an infomercial movie a long time ago that was supposed to be like the controversial comedy nobody wants you to see. And it was just terrible. And now they have this. The Inappropriate movie is what he's... Inappropriate.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Movie is what it's called. It's hard to search for, actually, because of the misspelling. But it's on Tubi, and some of these things are so bad that people actually love them. There's people who have a desire to watch these movies. Content slop or not, they don't care. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see what you think about all these things that we've been discussing here. We are covering some territory today, so give us your thoughts. We'll get into those, plus a whole lot more as we roll on a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
What's going on? I hope your drive right now is a smooth one, and it should be on the major highways and roads of Orlando. Looks like no major incident in your way. Of course, your usual delay, I-4 eastbound, approaching both World Drive and State Road at 535, but westbound is clear. East and westbound of the 408 as well. North and southbound lanes of the Turnpike, as well as the Greenway and 429 toll. If you have any incident to report, call our Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line number 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we travel back to the dawn of the 16th century to uncover the roots of what it really means to be an American. You think you know the story? Think again. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Hey there, Sabrina from the News Junkie here, and RVing is hands down one of my favorite ways to travel. There's just something incredible about hitting the open road, exploring new places, and making unforgettable memories. But also, the convenience. That's why I'm so excited to team up with Giant Recreation World. They have everything you need. RV and golf cart sales, rentals, parts, and outstanding service. Plus, with 3 convenient locations in Central Florida, Winter Garden, Palm Bay, and Orland Beach, you're always close to starting your next adventure. And here's the best part. Giant Recreation World is giving all of you guys an exclusive 10% discount off RV rentals. Just mention the promo code Sabrina104 when booking your rental. Visit GiantRecreationWorld.com today and start planning your next great RV adventure.
This little piggy wasn't affected by the market. This little piggy had protected funds. This little piggy locked in college costs. This little piggy had a 1-year plan. And all the little piggies went wee to college land.
Before you know it, those tiny feet will be off to college. Save the smartest way with a Florida 529 prepaid plan. Unlike a regular savings account, the funds are dedicated and guaranteed to cover tuition costs. So when they're ready to go, you are too. Prepaid plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
Everybody, Jim Colbert here. Look, everybody knows Florida is one of the rainiest states out there with some of the most unpredictable weather offered in the U.S. And when it comes to replacing your roof, it's time to step it up with Eustace Roofing, 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. These guys have been your trusted roofing neighbors since 1959. That's 65 years of experience. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts manufactured on-site for perfect fit. No interest financing is available. Visit EustaceRoofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
Johns Hopkins University has found that just mild hearing loss doubles your risk of dementia, so hearing loss isn't something to ignore.
But hearing aids are so expensive and ugly.
Not anymore. Meet Audien Hearing. You can get nearly invisible hearing aids without a prescription starting at $98 a pair, and they're ready to use right out of the box. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, and with over 1 million customers, Audien is easy to trust. Visit AudienHearing.com. That's AUDIEN Hearing.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here from Greenway Kia. By now you've heard about the auto tariffs, but at Greenway Kia we planned ahead. We've been stocking up on new Kias at all 3 locations. Drive home the new Kia you want tariff-free. Like new 2025 Kia Sorento SUVs for only $179 per month for 24 months with 0 security deposit. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA include $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, $49.95 at inception, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 5/5/25.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Tariffs and your money? Well, we just offered our thoughts on the most recent episode of the How to Money podcast. Let's say you do live in a state that gives you a tax break on $529. That's great, but don't invest those dollars once you put them in. We're all about investing in a 529 plan. Typically, right, you want that tax advantage money to grow. But as you get close to needing to spend the money, de-risking is crucial. In uncertain financial times, How to Money is here to help. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search How to Money, and start listening today.
El Car Wash, now open in Eagle Creek, Oviedo, Kissimmee, and Winter Garden. El Car Wash, Florida's favorite car wash.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN, GREEN, GREEN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Appreciate you. Go learn more at thenewsjunkie.com.
Boop.
And also, you can make your way over to the website if you want to join us with what we call a dispatch, video or audio dispatches. You can send them on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Are we ready for this? That's the question I'm throwing at you today. Are we ready for this? Because it is happening, whether you like it or not. Volkswagen is ready to deploy what they say are thousands of Robo taxis on Uber's platform in the United States. Tesla has said the same. Elon Musk has said, hey, we're ready to go, and we're going to turn all these Teslas into robo-taxis. They think we're going to flip a switch, and then while you're working, while you're doing something else, your car is working for you. Your car is going to pick somebody up and bring them to another location, and Uber and all the driving apps are going to allow this to happen. Only one person among us, as far as I know, I don't think Sabrina's done this, has been in an automated taxi, and that's C-Lane. And
I have not.
So over to you first, C-Lane. Is this a bad idea if they actually really do start rolling this out with all these automated cars?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think that there's going to be some growing pains, but because there's still stories of Waymo cars. I saw one recently where the Waymo got stuck in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
I saw that too. Yeah.
And I don't know how the damn thing got itself out of there because they're not programmed to go through the drive-thru. Like, if you're in an Uber and you set a fast food restaurant as one of your stops in your journey, you can have them go through it for you and just pay for the time.
Yeah.
Offer them some food maybe.
And it would be kind of cool. Here's a Waymo example right here. You're in the car. Music's playing. It says when you're going to be going to your destination. There's just nobody behind the wheel. Yep. It's cruising along. C-Lane has done this.
But they also have customer service on the other line. Is that
they do.
Going to be the same for user share?
They're going to have to do something like that for sure. Because if you can just go, well, I'll be at work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Why would I have my Tesla sitting in the parking lot? I want it to go make money for me.
Now, and I have heard that that's always been in the plans for Tesla. Just the drawback or the barrier is that they need to legalize in whatever area that you're in cars driving themselves without anybody in them, right? And then the thing with Tesla was, I think it was part of the terms of service that you can only do it through Tesla's app, and then the Tesla company makes a portion of the money. You're not just profiting completely from this.
Oh, they want some of the cash too?
Of course they do.
Oh, here's Tesla CEO Elon Musk. He says about robo-taxis, I don't see anyone being able to compete with Tesla at present. I'm not sure that'll change. I'm sure that'll change eventually, but at least as far as I'm aware, because we will have 99% market share or something ridiculous, 90-something% at least, he said. And people were pushing back saying Waymo has been working on this in San Francisco and in California.
Waymo's already doing it.
Yeah,
as far as I know, there's little to no Tesla robo-taxi operation. The only Tesla operation I think that is being done on a regular basis is I think you can summon it from whatever place you're at, when you're in the parking lot, and have it drive up to you without anybody being inside it. But I don't think that there's a whole lot of widespread use of a Tesla without a driver.
Yeah, it's interesting because they could do it, right? They've got the cameras and all the technology built in there. Once you get the approval, you put them out there. And with Tesla's technology, instantly they would have millions and millions of these people that would be wanting to do it. Why wouldn't you? I would want to do it. I would want to do it with my Tesla.
Easy money.
Yeah, why not? I'd be crazy not to make like $100 while I was just sitting at work, because your car is just useless otherwise during those hours. That's crazy to me.
If that's the case, you should be able to, if your Tesla is able to leave your workplace and go pick people up and drop people off until you're ready to go home, then you should be able to just ride in your Tesla and never drive it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not? If you,
instead of that, instead of having the Tesla do ride shares for me, it should be able to drop my wife off at work in the morning, come back, get me, and then, take me to work, or take me to, some bars downtown or something, drive home or drive to a parking lot that's free and just chill there until I'm ready to go home. And it doesn't matter if I've had anything to drink because I'm riding in the back seat, because if that's what would be happening.
I agree. If you do one, you have to do the other. It doesn't make sense not to do that. And Kuber says, more repairs, more wear and tear on your car. It sounds like a desperate move to try to boost slagging Tesla stock prices. I disagree, and here's why. Well, maybe it could be a move to try to pick up their stock prices. I don't think people are going to say, hey, I'm not going to do this because it's going to be extra wear and tear on my car. I think cars in 2025 are built much differently than they were in the 80s. Cars are built to stack miles, to get a lot of miles on them. And I can tell you, if people knew if they had a Tesla, they could be using it for all the moments they're not driving it to make money and they don't have to do anything. Guarantee you it would be a huge purchase point.
Right. There would be people that would still go, I don't want strangers in my car. Those people already don't drive for Uber. However, there would also be probably there would be a person in the middle who would be willing to drive for Uber or Tesla Uber, whatever they're going to call it, willing to do that with themselves in the car, but not willing to have strangers in their car without them, because Waymo has cameras everywhere.
Maybe that's part of the package. Uber sends like the little light. Now, I'm wondering what they're going to propose as far as people making money versus them not taking the Tesla that they're not using while they're working and putting that in Turo, where you can just rent out the car. That comes with insurance.
Yes.
And
it's not as steady though. Like the Turo thing is smart and people do that and it seems to work. Renting your car out like an Airbnb for your car, get it? But it doesn't seem to have as much potential on like a day-to-day basis as this would. A lot of people on the chat side of things seem to be hesitant because they think people would ruin their car. And that's a risk that people would make things dirty and
I'll
stuff.
say that Ran on YouTube also has an opinion that I've seen a bunch. It says Waymo uses proper sensing equipment like LiDAR. Elon Musk refuses to put LiDAR in the Teslas. They only use the visual cameras for sensors, and then it's up to the AI to interpret the image from the visual camera and determine how close something is to you, what's in front of you, is it living, is it, and it does a good job at a lot of that, but I think LiDAR is supposed to be better.
Well, guess what? The market will determine that. People will go, oh, I'm not getting in that car. That's not a safe automated car. This one has this technology and it is safe. Something will win out there. Let us know what you think. Would you do this? Would it encourage you to buy a Tesla? Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Laura emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com about Tuby movie slop or Tuby slop movies. You could say it either way. Hello, Tuby movies are great. She says, I highly recommend a movie called Thanksgiving Roast. My friend plays a man who's been turned into a dog by an ex-lover. Role of a lifetime. My friend plays a man who's been turned into a dog by an ex-lover, voodoo lady, whom he cheated on. His scenes are just mwah, chef's kiss. The acting is awful. The nudity is gross. The plot line is all over the damn place. It's the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a thing of beauty. Highly recommend. It's must-see, 10 out of 10 on the cringe meter. Have a great weekend. Laura, Thanksgiving Roast is the name of that one.
I have a friend that was in a Tuby movie as well. And, I mean, as far as her role and the production of it, it's all kosher. It's a real movie set. It's just so curious to me that once it gets on there and the cheesiness of it all, like how do the investors come into play?
Did they get paid?
Yeah.
Did they
no,
made
it's
money?
a whole SAG union, she's a real
production.
actress thing. And it was a great role for her, like an awesome opportunity, but I don't have Tuby, so I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I would do that kind of stuff. That's an awesome way to get your foot in the door when there's so many people willing to shut it on you. But Tuby movies are like another animal, all of their own. And I kind of am interested in seeing more of this stuff. So let us know what you think. We're going to do this. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classical.
Extreme drought across parts of central Florida and Volusia County and back towards Lake and Sumter counties. We need rain. There's a small chance of rain Sunday, maybe a few thunderstorms Monday afternoon. It's not a high chance, but we'll keep an eye on that. Temperatures next week will be not as hot, with highs only in the low to mid 80s looking ahead.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Roundup Dual Action products rock like a hardcore metal band. This stuff kills existing weeds down to the root. And for an encore, keeps them from coming back for up to 4 months. That's a non-stop 16-week tour of killing and preventing weeds in all the famous outdoor venues. The patio, the driveway, the mulch bed, even along the fence. When it comes to your hardscapes and landscapes, the stuff puts on a show. Roundup Dual Action products kill and prevent weeds for up to 4 months. This stuff rocks. This stuff works. When used as directed, always read and follow pesticide label directions.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah & Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah & Farah, Orlando.
Low prices, no tariffs. Get them both at Sutherland Nissan Orlando with low 0% APR financing and pre-tariff Titans for up to $7,500 off MSRP. The time to buy is now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
The number RN1003. With
approved credit.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com. Hastings Main Street presents the annual Cabbage, Potato, and Bacon Festival on April 26th and 27th in Hastings, Florida. Highlights include cooking demonstrations, culinary tasting events with renowned chefs, the Great Hastings Mowdown Lawnmower Races, Miss Potato Queen Beauty Pageant, live music, Kids Zone, and more. This is a family-friendly, fun weekend that's just a short drive from historic St. Augustine. Get all the information and details at hastingsfl.org. Proudly funded by the St. Johns County Tourist Development Council.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
Is your AC struggling? Sky-high energy bills? It might be time for a new system. With over 25 years of experience, Air Pros will get the job done right. And right now, Air Pros USA can help you get that new AC installed before summer and offers financing with payments as low as $89 a month. Get your free AC installation quote today. Visit airprosusa.com. Don't suffer through another hot summer. Visit airprosusa.com. Financing offered with approved credit.
License number CAC 1822083, CFC 053314, EC 130100393.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Johns Hopkins University has found that just mild hearing loss doubles your risk of dementia. So hearing loss isn't something to ignore.
But hearing aids are so expensive and ugly.
Not anymore. Meet Audion Hearing. You can get nearly invisible hearing aids without a prescription starting at $98 a pair. And they're ready to use right out of the box. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health. And with over 1 million customers, Audion is easy to trust. Visit audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN.
Folks, thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you, Skull Mike Squad. Appreciate you. Love you. Chatter of the day. I'm giving it to Ran. Ran, you were right there when I looked. Ran, you are the chatter of the day. Congratulations. They said it couldn't be done, and yet you did it. I don't know if you put anything particularly interesting into the chat today, but I looked down and you were there, and I only have 60 seconds left. So Ran is the chatter of the day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow on the show.
Hard-to-find Rolex watches, Submariners, Daytonas, Pepsis, Batmans, all in perfect condition.
We scour the world to find only the most pristine, super clean watches. We only carry the creme de la creme.
And like everything else at IDC, these watches are at a price that's guaranteed to give you maximum value.
We price them to win the customer, not lose a customer.
International Diamond Center. For pre-owned Rolexes, exquisite rare diamonds, premium designer jewelry, and exceptional white glove service.
You're going to want to come to IDC. It's worth the drive.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
Our financial system is cracking under pressure. Your retirement is at risk. Take control now. Lear Capital is offering a free Sky High Silver Report and Precious Metals IRA guide at BetterNestEgg.com. Don't leave your future to chance. Go to BetterNestEgg.com.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
It didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday.
Good times.
We covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, and we kicked it off with the dump.
Yeah, we right out the gate, I said a curse word, and we had to hit the dump button. And then from there, just all over creation and back again.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, go to Real Radio's Instagram or one of ours as soon as you guys accept the collaboration. Because I was able to find that beautiful moment, edit it perfectly.
No.
Oh, yeah, big time. That's
Okay.
a good one.
All right, I'll look for that on my Instagram thing afterwards. I always miss that stuff. But I have to say this. Tomorrow is Sabrina's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
It's her birthday. She will be
21.
46 tomorrow on the show. And we'll celebrate that to a certain extent. I know C-Lane has a big presentation that is.
Oh, really?
Is on
I
deck.
like surprises. Don't tell me.
PowerPoint. Yeah.
PowerPoint. PowerPoint.
He's going to do it. It's going to be big. Right now, let's do the do we have time for a final dispatch? Yeah.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Probably play 2. If I didn't have an intro, I could play 2, but decisions had to be made. This is DJ Roxy Fox with a video dispatch. For all you millennials out there who know about the game, you've lost the game. Whoa, this is
If you
intense.
don't know about the game, to play the game, all you have to know is about the game. That's it. And then you forget about it. And then somebody reminds you, and then you've lost the game. You're welcome!
All right, that'll be our weird way out of here. It's out there now.
I'm assuming
We know
the
what's
game
going
of
on.
magnets, but
I sure hope so. Learn about the game of magnets.
Yeah.
Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now.
Or
Let's
the
get the hell
Tuby
out of here.
stuff, by the way, real quick. Hot
Yeah.
Girl Winter is the movie my friend's in.
That's the name of it?
Just
Hot
found out.
Girl Winter. There's so many great ones like that.
I can't wait.
And the story that did make the cut, neighbors are complaining about Kanye's warehouse where he's doing his work in Hollywood.
Mr. West.
Some swastikas and loud noises
right?
and men dressed in black. It's been weird, and the neighbors aren't happy. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Here we go. Today I learned this lady right here.
Avril
Lavigne is correct. She recorded the chorus of this song, Girlfriend, in 7 different languages. That's right. Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, German, Japanese, and Mandarin.
Dang.
All of those herself.
I
And
want to hear
finally,
some of those.
Sounds complicated.
Today I learned this band right here. New Kids on the Block. That's right.
Nice.
New Kids on the Block, NKOTB, in 1991. The New Kids on the Block topped the Forbes list of highest paid entertainers, beating out the likes of Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince, and Bill Cosby at the time. They're from Dorchester, Massachusetts, and they rocked the world in the early 90s. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. I cannot believe we're ending on a New Kids on the Block song, but here we are. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed